Well, that seems a good a time as any to start. Oh, but we are going to be camless today because we are feeling a little bit under the weather, unfortunately. But we do have this nice little picture of a tomato face. Thanks for the raid, Icy. Really appreciate it. Welcome on in, everyone. Today, we're going to be jamming some Goha Rush Festival. That is the plan. We are basically just going to be playing kind of whatever. And as you can see on screen right now, we do have Red Eyes Dragons, which is something we kind of want to try out. We're not expecting this deck to be like super crazy good, but hopefully it will do something, which is kind of all we can really ask for, right? The idea is that if we play a bunch of combat traps with decent statted bodies, then hopefully people just run into them. And obviously Dragius is bonkers, and Ancient Arise is also really, really good because it can attack over a lot of the problematic combat traps that we'd have to deal with. Again, nothing like too spicy to start, but we're gonna jump into some games and see what we had. But yeah, grats on hitting gold Icy, and obviously grats on King of Games as well. Now we're going to see what we can get out of this, because we are also playing Luke. We're assuming that the bonus we get in this mode is only if you summon the character's own boss monster. So because we're on 3 Dragius, playing Luke seems to make sense. Hey, Alterius. Hope you feel good later. I mean, it's really cold here at the moment. That's kind of the major issue. So getting... And that's all it takes, everyone. That's how we win games. Thanks for the follow, Sean. Well, there we go. Easiest rank 10 of our lives. This is a weird festival as well. Just being able to get points for like summoning your boss monster and winning is like pretty crazy. I mean, you have to get up to 100. Hey, Sean. Let's see if we actually get to play the game this time. Fingers crossed. I'm curious how matchmaking works as well. Like, are we just going to be put against people at the same rush power as us? I feel like it's quite easy to just kind of stumble through, especially if you can't lose rush power. Chances they want it to be an easy grind for everyone. Yeah, I think that makes sense, right? They're trying to get people to kind of like rush a bit more. It makes sense. It's a bit weird when it feels like you can just kind of walk through it. It's also a bit weird when we open a hand like this and we don't really have much of a play. He's got an open board and we're going to set one monster pass. It's like, ugh. Now our opponent might just be here to play his 7 games and bail. That's a Celtic Guardian. That's a Water Magician. I mean, we're not using back row on that, surely. We'll just take our 14. Because we toggled off, we've also baited that we might not be on this deck. Ugh, what is this hand, bro? I mean, we could do stuff, but it's not pretty. Do we even bother with Ancient Arise here? I think we just go Red Eyes. We'd rather get Red Eyes into the graveyard early. Ancient Arise is better if he has a more annoying board that we can't deal with. Rush does feel more casual. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's casual by design, right? Bottler Works, thanks for the sub. 3 months in a row. Keeping the channel going. What a mad lad. Well, I mean, I guess we're just gonna do what we can here. Slap down the boy. Summon out the Canaan. There's no real reason to start milling ourselves. We'll just hope that 14's big enough. Most of the time it should be. And then we'll just get in. There was a slight chance of a punish there if he had set a bender break, but who's on bender break? He passes, and it does look like he's a speed tourist here just for his gems, which is respectable. I think it's safe to say you should be playing both modes, doing all the events you can and getting as many gems as physically possible so we don't have to give Konami any money. Rush Power 13. We got our terrible, terrible reward, where we can get any level up reward from any of the Rush characters. Shall we see what we're going to get? Oh, what's it going to be? Oh my god, it's Stone Dragon. Wow. Anyway. From how it looks, Dragon probably going to be most popular deck in GoFest. This is the most widespread options. I mean, yeah, I think it's one of those weird things where Dragons is kind of like two different decks. But because it's both Dragon monsters and because both decks will usually be playing Dragius, they kind of get lumped together. But I think there's quite a big difference between the Ancient Forces and Dragonic Resonance. Not even Prismatic Rewards. Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing, Konami? Alright, this might be our first real game. Why do you keep being in my opening? I mean, I guess I summon you, right? Do I set it? I almost want to distribute set it. It's not a huge difference in power. And if he has something that can get over 24 or 2000, he probably has something to get over 24. This plays around heavy metal. When the one of loves your hand. I mean, we want him to be in our hand, but we can get to him quite easily with Black Chick, so. See what he does. No way you go straight to battle. You saw me tribute this. Okay, summon Skull. As long as he doesn't do another tribute, we are golden. Yeah, okay, we're golden. Behold the power of widespread ruin. This card is fair and balanced. Where do we want to go with this? I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? We flip this up. We summon. Get out the Ancient Arise. We can't play around widespread, so we might as well just go for max damage. No, goodbye, Dragius. We always attack with the biggest first, because if he does have Recital, we want to make sure we get in for the maximum amount of damage and we don't get that attack negated. So there was a delay on all three. So that could be Phantom Bind. Or it could be the barrier. I don't think it's going to be anything else. I hope everyone is not as cold as I am. I'm actually kind of wrapped up in a dressing gown with a lovely warm cup of coffee. And I've even got a hot water bottle because it's just that cold here. I know, you know, I'm sick. That does add on to it, I guess. Mate, I'm freezing. Just make sure you wrap up warm. You don't want to catch a cold. Well, there goes my Ancient Arise Dragon. Feels kind of bad, man. The issue is, he's left Red Eyes, which means I can't use my skill. And Red Eyes doesn't beat either of the trap cards that he's probably got. We've only got 2 dragons in grave, so it would have to be the barrier. I think we have to get the back row out of him, right? Because we can't stop him attacking us anyway. Okay, so it's probably Phantom Bind then. Otherwise he would have protected Seven's Road there. I'm just resting in bed. Seems they're aware of its weakness. I mean, it makes sense, yeah, just to leave Red Eyes on the field for as long as possible. Oh, Thunder the Thunder. Where are you going with this? Was that just to get a card out of our hand? Because, like, what are you going to summon that... Unless you're playing around my barrier, but you'd have to summon something that's got... Ooh. Okay. I mean, if you pay 1,000, you can add a 500. That is... I mean, you needed to do this to play around the barrier, but still... Alright. No big monster, which is a little bit of a shame, but we can activate our skill. And we will throw back, I guess, Karibot? Mind you, if we're going to just randomly set stuff. Seahorse gets us a body. We'd have to go Karibot into Seahorse, though, to make full value out of that. So I don't think we're going to do that. I think we'll just put that back. Grab this out. Are we going to be doing... I think we're just going to attack into this. Summon Red Eyes back out. And just in case he does have something, we are going to set this, as much as we would rather keep the blackjack in hand. There's no way you've been holding on to a widespread this whole time. Yeah, that's just game. Yeah, we had the read. I'm going to say, if he managed to actually hold on to a widespread ruin that entire time, just the patience of a god. But I'd be like, there was still no reason to do that, but I mean, it could have been. You could never really assume what players are going to be doing. Unfortunately, we haven't summoned Dragius yet, so we haven't got that bonus 4 points yet. It's a bit of a shame. Alright. Let's go again. J Gabo 23 from Venezuela. Oh, he's on Roman. Now, is this going to be an actual psychic deck? We're going second. I don't know if I think now that we have lots of trap cards, I'd much rather be going first. I guess it depends what our opponent has for us. To be fair, I thought you might have saved the widespread instead of blowing up Skull since you already had it outed. Yeah, but like the tempo play I get from that is like so big, right? And I would lose a lot of life points. And right now, with only the 6,000 life points, taking a chunk of damage can just mean you die. Like, it's so easy to, like, slap down, like, Dragius 7's Road and then just end a game. I mean, I think we have to go Dragius here. We can't leave 2 big high levels in our hand. This does set up our graveyard quite nicely. What are we against? This could just be generic aggro. It could be Dragon Casters, and this is just in here as the wind. My gut is saying Dragon Casters. Which would mean we're about to see a 7's Road. Alright. I'm still thinking Dragon Casters. This is actually looking quite good for us, because if he has to discard a card to change this to defense, he'll only have 1 card left over, and then that's what hit, and then attack into that. So if he has a 1500 attacker, he can clear and get some damage in. You had the SR... Am I stupid? Did he not? He's got plenty of attributes, so we could have just summoned that out. I guess if he had done that, he would have left Torna in hand, and if this is another tribute monster, then he just didn't want a brick, and this got the most high levels out of his hand, in which case, respect. Hey, look, it's Red Eyes. I mean, we pay the 500 for Curry Bot, right? And we always do, just to get an extra body. I think here we always go Red Eyes, because one, we want Red Eyes Engrave, and two, Ancient Arise is better at answering threats. Let me just pass. So far, everything's looking pretty good. Oh, we never actually posted in the Discord. Let me do that quick. That's really funny. Well, here it is. The barrier. What do we want back in the deck even? Kinda just want him back in the deck. Get back in there. God, what a hand. Well, this is looking like it's pretty done. Are we going to leave him on 100 life? I think we are. I haven't actually done the maths. I could have one here, maybe? I would have had to get a Canaan from grave back to hand. I know we had the win anyway. I'm just really bad at maths. For some reason, I was counting it as 1,000 less, just because I'm stupid. But yeah, I think if we had a Canaan engrave, I don't even know if we did, but we could have basically got an extra little bit of damage. If we had summoned the Seahorse, got back Canaan, tributed the Red Eyes and the Canaan for the Ancient Arise, and then summoned the other Canaan. But I don't even know if we had a Canaan in graveyard. Here we go again. So, assuming you're still about, Sam, what happened? Did your train get cancelled again? Or are you at work currently? Ooh, this is a hand. This is certainly a hand. So you literally looked at it when I'm realistically probably not going to be able to get home, so I'm just not going to go. Just sleep under your desk. Mate, that's us back at uni. Alright, we will. There's no point in doing anything else, right? So we just tribute, get this out, summon. I think that's the play. Fortunately, we do end up with Lamoon. Question is, can Lamoon actually clear? Right, either way, this always attacks. Let's see what it is. So Lamoon might clear. We'll go for the greed. Yes, Lamoon. Then we'll take half of his life. Feels good. Expect to be on Skeleton Crew this evening. Only had like 3 trains to catch at full service. I did that at uni at least 10 times. Yeah, I don't think we were ever actually allowed to do it, but I think some people did do it. Because your uni was obviously different to ours. I think yours was open 24/7. I remember when we did a game jam, they didn't like we weren't allowed to do it the first night because they couldn't get a bodyguard. Like they needed apparently like a not a bodyguard, a security guard because they needed a security guard on site. How have we got 2 red eyes black chicks in graveyard already? What the hell is this? Oh, because we milled one with Ancient Arise, of course. Tributes 2. Summons out his own Ancient Arise. Okay. How many dragons are in your graveyard? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Unfortunately, that plays around absolutely everything, which kind of sucks for us. Do we activate a card just to make room? I think we do. We're going to activate the barrier and just chuck this back. Last thing I need to do is brick on loads of spell traps. Right, we'd like to see some high level, please. That does it. That's pretty good. What do we do? Set, tribute this out, set this. We could use Seahorse, but that doesn't do anything useful. Maybe Seahorse was the play. I haven't actually calced it, and he's low enough that maybe I could have just killed him. What's this then? That's 100 plus 7. That's 800. That's 1,000. That means he'd have been on 1,000. So yeah, I did actually have lethal. But we didn't see it in time. Oh, it's going to take us a little while to get to the swing of things, I think. I mean, it's still looking like we're probably going to win. I mean, he's now, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons in grave? Although he does have... Ooh, okay. I mean, it's the same one, so get whichever one you want, mate. You're not getting your draw, so you're only going to be on 4 cards. Ancient Arise would be the absolute worst thing he can do, because it plays around Phantom Bind, and it gets to pop my Dragius for free without even attacking. That would kind of suck. Let's see what he's got for us. Okay, Triad Drago. Face up. Tributes it away for Burning Blaze. Uses Ancient Forces straight away. Up to 28. Now this guy knows that I'm on both Phantom Bind and the Barrier. And he hasn't seen Widespread yet. Behold. It's just that easy. Well, we actually summoned Dragius this time. So look at that, 24. We've got another legendary duelist rainbow pack. Oh my god. That's crazy. Shall we go open it again? See what other crazy new tech we're going to get for our deck. Oh boy. He's excited. And it is... Oh man, it's Ansler, the magical swordsman. We're getting all the level 6 2k attackers. I really don't know why they're giving those out as rewards. It's so weird. Well, so far the deck's doing alright. It's been a little bit bricky, but we still managed to win every game so far. Oh, it's Gavin. Is this going to be pure warrior? That's the question. Okay. This is an interesting hand. Because we have Chick, means we instantly have access to Red Eyes Black Dragon, which is quite nice. And it's just that easy. It's just that easy. The way you beat warriors is that you just let them brick on their own warrior cards. It's a tried and tested strategy. It works most of the time. Alright, let's see what we queue into this time. The Peck. Dual rank 22, so he is 8 dual, was it rush points lower than us? He's on a 5 win streak. That's probably why we've been matched up against each other then. This is a weird hand. Tribute set. We don't really want to end on just one monster is the issue because he is playing Rower and he has just tribute set 1 card. So the issue is I can't really get out a second monster. It's tricky. It's definitely tricky. Unless I just like leave a black dragon chick in attack mode, but that doesn't seem very good. Right, let's just go for this. It's not the prettiest play ever, and it's probably the wrong move. But we're going to go for set 3 pass. If we got a second back row, that would have been actually a pretty decent play to get the whole hand empty. Right, tributes for Summon Skull. That still doesn't really tell me anything. Gravity Press, okay. So we lose the Red Eyes Black Chick, and we lose the other one. Or Black Dragon's Chick. It's kind of fine. That's not great. Because now we can get one guy out, we can't get the other one out. I guess Summon Skull isn't a huge deal. So we could just kill these two. Unfortunately, both the seahorses are dead at the moment. So I think we do just go for the big boy. Activate the effect. Widespread to the grave feels bad. Swing over this. And then we'll just clear this. Not the best, but it's not that bad. We've got 2 back row protecting us at the moment. Curious what he's doing if he's on Gravity Press. Okay. Thunder the Thunder's fine. And he's on Phoenix. Okay. Go on, go to battle. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Behold the barrier. Who do we want back? I guess we'll put Black Dragon's Chick back. That's fine, mate. You can kill that all you want. Now, there's Black Dragon's Chick. Unfortunately, again, it's a really weird time. We can get 3 monsters out, but we have to end with 2 high levels. I guess no matter what, we're ending with 2 high levels in hand. So we'll go for Black Dragon Rising. Pop this back. Add this. Reduce the attack of this. Summon. Activate the effect. Bring out the big boy. Summon. I already use this effect like instinctively. Did my skill stop me from doing something there? Am I a big dumb? I might be a big dumb. Right, we're going to go for the guaranteed clear. It's less damage. Or is it like my other high levels can't attack the turn I use it? Is that what it is? Your level 7 effect monsters can't attack. Okay, yeah, that's good to know. And we still got 3 monsters out. We still have a back row protecting. I think that's the first time we've actually had that come up where we haven't been able... I mean, it's probably the first time we've used the Red Eye skill and actually had another monster on the field. Jeez. Well, let's get Red Eyes back in the graveyard, shall we? Is that every single high level? No, we still have one Dragius left in the deck. Good old life point gain. Drops the Seahorse Carrier. Takes back Canaan. That's potentially 2 high level monsters. Summon, summon, summon. Use a Seahorse again. So now that's 2 high level monsters and a back row. Oh, triple threat Thunder. That's pretty good here. Summons out his own Dragius. All that is 2500 direct at the moment. And there's the Keto. I mean... Get him for the 7. Oh, he just goes again. He just goes again. My man wants it. He wants it so bad. And that's the game. Swing. Level 7 effect monsters can't attack, yeah. That's why the skill doesn't really work well without Yami Rule or Heavy Metal. I mean, it's still pretty decent just to fix your hand. Which is quite nice. Wait, 31? We're already at 30. Why do we only go up to 31? I was at 30, right? Now I'm questioning myself. Maybe I was at 28. Although I should have got 7 for that. I would have thought I would have shot up there. Maybe I was just miscalculated what I was on. Well, we're on 31 at the moment. Let's see what we end up with here. Right, is Yuga. Surely everyone is playing trap cards now, right? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I could still understand people not playing P-Bind. Yeah, P-Bind is a little bit wonky. But in this deck, our basic priorities are running all 25s and 24s. If you lose, you only get 1 point. Yeah, but we didn't lose, though. Okay. I mean, we can't leave this in hand, so we're gonna get it out. If we run into a P-Bind, we run into a P-Bind, unfortunately. Not P-Bind. Widespread, yeah. There's nothing we can do about that. If we just get blown out here, there's nothing we can do about it. He went first, and he got a Widespread Ruin, and that's just, he won the game because of that. Right, there's Summon Skull. Yeah, it's so likely that we just die here. Yeah, this is over. He hasn't even got a load of the same attributes, so we can't I mean, we'll throw this in, but again, he went first and he opened the one of widespread, and we opened 2 high levels. There's nothing we can do about that. Wait, do we get a point if we lose? Surely we don't get a point if we lose. No, we don't get a point if we lose. I was going to say, otherwise you just surrender 100 games. Yeah, I think going first now is so much stronger than it was. Before, I feel like going second was always what you wanted, but now going first seems really, really good. Dragonic Resonance seemed good if everyone is playing 7 trap cards all of a sudden. Well, that's the thing. Not everyone is playing 7 trap cards. Like, a lot of people are running, like, 2 to 4. Most people aren't going all in on, like, 7. Oh, have I not got my... That's dumb, I haven't got my sound effects on. What a silly Billy. There you go, now you can hear my amazing sound effects. Alright, yeah, we got 3 points for that. I'm sure it say if you lose, you get a point. You get a point if you beat a NPC. I think even 2 to 4 trap cards at the existence of widespread alone justifies playing 2 to 3 Dragonic Slayers. Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. And the deck is definitely really, really strong. The only problem that Dragonic Resonance has at the moment is it's not super good into the other tier 1 decks, that being the Ancient Forces and Aqua Aggro. But it pretty much demolishes absolutely everything else. And Dragonic Resonance specifically as well is really good to stop a lot of the back row at the moment. Because obviously you have the way to pop a lot of stuff, as well as... Ooh, okay, what are we doing with this? Do I just go aggressive with this? It doesn't seem very good. So let's play it cool. Let's play it cool. We're just going to set 3. We'll see what he does. I say I have no intention of launching Duel Links. You should. It's fun now. We got interaction. It's cool. The only like problematic thing at the moment is widespread. Widespread is so unbelievably powerful, right? It's hard to play around widespread, as well as games can just be won and lost. Like as we saw there, right? Our opponent had widespread. Like the only thing we could do to not play into widespread is just not attack, which means either just leaving a red eyes in attack mode or something at face down. We can't realistically leave 2 high levels in our hand. They should have put Seahorse Carrier in the legendary pack so you can get it from this cup. That would have been a good idea, actually, referee. That would have been... Because I have a lot of people telling me they don't have all 3 Seahorses, and that really hurts them. 3 back row, bro. I need a second big guy if I want to attack into this. Oh, that is a second big guy. We don't need to fix our hand. We can just leave that in hand if we want. We're probably not going to. So... I'm going to go ahead and tribute these. No matter what, both have to get tributed at some point. So yeah, we'll tribute both of these. Summon. Summon out Carrier. Activate Carrier. We'll put this back in our hand. Set. Tribute 2. Set. Summon. Now, we're not expecting both of these to survive. I think we'll be lucky if one of them survives, to be honest. We'll start by attacking this. Then we'll attack with this. Now we're expecting a back row to mess with this. So now the question becomes... Is it worth trying to just get another back row off of him? Probably not. Losing the Dragius is like is too big. We just leave it here. It sucks that he gets to keep Prima, but the alternative is so much worse. And we do still have the widespread to protect us against one of his cards. I mean, they run over Dragius anyway. Yeah, but there's a huge difference between attacking into this and losing the Dragius, and then not having the 2500 to block an attack to my life points. Like, if I attack with this, I could just die. Whereas with this setup, it's unlikely that I lose the game here. Ah, why do you have Summon Skull as well? That's so annoying. I mean, I think we have to use Widespread no matter what. But now I still have Premier to deal with, which is a pain in the ass when he's still got 2 back row. The major issue is we don't have any cards in hand, so we don't know if we're even going to find a high level. On top of the fact we don't have like a seahorse in hand ready to go. We just have to get entirely lucky here. That's really bad. We've drawn all of our back row right after we needed it. On top of the fact as well that his monster really is good at playing around back row. If we had a second normal summonable and we'd able to get out Ancient Arise, it does contest a lot. Like, the only thing Ancient Arise loses to here... Well, actually, it might lose to Phantom Bind. Don't know how many dragons we got in Grave. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we'd have been fine about Phantom Bind. Ah, it's such a shame. If he doesn't have exactly Widespread, Ancient Arise would have been crazy that last turn. Especially if we had at least 2 cards to protect it. What deck are we on? We are playing dragons. Just dragons. We're not playing Resonance. We're not playing Ancient Forces. We're playing Red Eyes. Just in a dragon deck. Okay. Hi, Goldo. Are we dead? He uses the boost. I think... That's weird. Because now we're not dead, right? We're taking 3-7. Why wouldn't you just go for it? Unless he's very, very confident in his back row. I suppose now Kimi Ruler is really hard to deal with. We summon Carrier and use the effect. What does that do? It puts an extra card in our hand. I guess we will use that. We don't need this effect, but can't hurt. I've just realised as well, this guy's a 25 card deck, which means he's probably just going to try and mill us out. Or like stall us out so we mill ourselves out. Right, does he have the Widespread Ruin? Right, no Widespread. Whatever dragon we found in our box. The Dragon Pile. I just built Ancient Forces deck to try play. Ancient Forces is a really cool deck. We beats 2. SRM is awful for us. Jesus, that is like the absolute perfect card to play around what we've got here. Oh no. We were so safe into, like, anything but SRM. Bro, we're going to lose to 40 card pile. Okay, it's not as bad. Alright, how many has he got in grave? Has he got any? Literally 0. Okay. I think we are again going to use one of these. One, it makes our deck a little bit bigger. I think we probably just want to put this back in. Again, it's the best card to play around all of his back row. Keeping a body on board is also pretty big. How many warriors has he got in grave? 1. Means that's all we need. Right, let's do this. That's pretty good. Go ahead and activate our skill. Throw you back into the deck. Grab this back. So this now means Ancient Arise can't attack this turn. We can still summon it out. Question is, what board do we want to end on? We don't want this guy in our hand either way. Activate the effect. Alright, now we activate Ancient Arise to play around Widespread Ruin. Because Ancient Arise can't attack anyway. So we attack into this. If he has Phantom Bind, there's not a lot we can do about it. But this plays around Widespread. Now the issue is still the number of cards in our deck. Half-to-Works can't actually play Boo. The R forced before SRMing. He R forced. Oh, recovery forced. Yeah. Yeah, he should have definitely not done that. Again, the major issue we have is just the number of cards in our deck. Other than that, we're okay. I mean, he'd need another SRM. Which, I mean, he could be playing, but again, he's also playing a 40-card deck. So the chances of... If he finds anything, it feels kind of lucky. Oh, come on, Growl. This guy's deck is a pile of shit, and we're going to lose to it. This is so sad. Is he just playing, like, one-ofs of everything? No, he's got 2 Masakis. Oh, man. This is sad that we're losing to this. This is just us drawing really badly. What? That means we can live this turn. No, yes it does. We can actually live this turn if we let this die. I mean, we're probably dead anyway. Because even if we do this, like, what do we get out of it, right? We're going to deck out. I also probably should have checked to see how many high levels we have left in the deck. I think we have 1 left. There he is. We can't use Currybot effect. There's just nothing we can do, unfortunately. We just have too few cards left in the deck. It really does not matter what we do here, so we'll just swing in here. Watch him have the widespread now anyway. No, still no widespread. Yeah, so now all he needs to do is end his turn and he wins. Ah! It sucks when you lose to people like this who are just garbage, but what can you do, eh? Sometimes you just get unlucky. We're basically lost to just him going first and setting a bunch of back row. There's just like... Because we even drew good outs to it. I don't know why he's even bothering to play. Just end your turn, bro. Sure, I'll take your guy out. He doesn't even know that we're decking out here. Like, he just has no idea. That's a shame. If we'd, instead of seeing all those Dragius early, if we had seen our Ancient Arise early, we could have played around his back row and been able to, like, dominate. But because we found the Dragiuses, they just couldn't fight through Prima plus back row. Alright, let's see what we're against this time. That's why I really like Ancient Arise, by the way, because it plays around so much back row. Like, it can deal with just about anything other than a widespread. And you can even use it to play around widespread. Ugh. This hand is really good if we get one more normal summonable, because then we can summon, tribute for Dragius, summon, get that back, summon out another Dragius. I always feel that's the general problem with Rush. Sometimes it's nothing but luck deciding a game. I mean, yeah. But that's true of any card game, right? Even Speed isn't immune to that. I think the difference is that there are a lot more tools in current Speed to limit that factor as much as possible, which is what you're going to try and do in every card game, right? You're going to try and make your deck as consistent as physically possible. Oh, we are so close to having a fantastic hand, and instead we have garbage. Ah, bro, what is this? We were just one normal summonable monster away from having such a crazy hand. And now instead we're going to run into a widespread that he drew on his first turn and lose the game. And there's another one. That's 4 of our high levels gone already. We're only on 7 high levels and we've fucking seen 4 of them in the top 6 cards of the deck. This is the issue. When you draw them all out this early, we're going to have to just kind of flippantly just throw them out. And then when we need them late game, we're just not going to have them. Our only hope here is that our opponent is bricked as much as we have. Tributes 2, gets out his own Dragius. And no, that's devastating. And he's got normal summons on top. Jesus, we are literally about to be almost dead immediately. Just because of a brick. I mean, we didn't do anything wrong. Like, the deck's built fine, and like we've only had one turn. We haven't had much chance to misplay, but that is the 6th of our 7. There is one high-level monster left in our deck. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? We haven't seen any of our back row just by playing 7 of that. Like, come on, bro. Watch him have... Oh, we know it's not the widespread. We used it before. Alright, well, there's a slim chance that he can't kill us, but it's extremely slim. See what he's got for us. Mate, it feels so bad when we're sat here like, please brick so that I can play the game. I'm also on ladder right now playing Ancient Forces, but with 9 cards left in my deck, I've yet to see 2 Dragius and 4 level 6 dragons. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how it be, right? Eventually, we will get more cards to make the consistency of our decks a little bit better. But, like, we never get tutoring. That's never a thing in Rush. Like, that's entirely through skills. Hammer Crush deal. Okay, that's going to get him another draw. So he drew the Hammer Crush with Mystic Dealer. The assumption is he's drawing to find an out to this. So if he had an out, he would have just slammed it down, right? No, he already had this. Then he already had game. Like, bro. why are you spinning plates? And you're taking forever doing it as well. You have lethal. Alright, let's see if we can get a non-brick game now. Get back into the swing of things. Still can't believe that. We found 6 of our 7 high levels in like the top 7 cards of our deck. Like, what are we supposed to do in that situation? Okay. Now this is a playable hand. Look at this. Unfortunately, we didn't go... We did go first, but we haven't got any back rows, so we don't get to do, like, a massive tempo play. Would have really liked to get 5 cards on the field. I see you get a back row. You jammy git. I guess we go for it, right? There's no reason not to. Summon out the boy. We'll get out the red eyes. Summon out the Canaan. Activate the Dragius. Set. Go to battle. Dragius always swings first because it doesn't matter. Oh, he's got 1400 defenders. Alright, let's get in with red eyes next. Another 1400. So I'm going to assume this is going to be another 14. King's Majesty. Okay. So this is going to be a 14. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Okay, that actually worked out really well. So he used a King's Majesty to stop himself taking 1400 damage. Like, I am more than happy to take that trade. Babysitter Goat. Tributes for Torna. Okay, Torna's fine. Right now I can still just protect my guy. Thunder the Thunder. Discard to weaken that. I mean, we always just protect Dragius here. We don't get maximum value because we don't get to pop his Torna, but... There we go. So that's what happens when we don't brick. We get to do things. Up to 38 already. What were we on before? Were we on 31? I think we were on 31. So yeah, we did get the full 7 points for that. That's good to know. Let's see what we go against this time. Mugiwara. Okay. We're against Straw Hat. On Gavin. Now, is this going to be actual warriors or not? Okay, this hand is a little spicy. Right, well now we have to summon something. I mean, it's got to be Dragius, right? We know we're not going to be against Ancient Forces. We shouldn't be against Royal Rebels. But I suppose he could just be playing, like, Royal Rebel Red Eyes. Because this gets hard punished by Royal Rebels. We also have to hope he hasn't opened Cosmic Cyclone, if he's even running it. Okay, he's not on Cosmic Cyclone. What is... We're on Silverfang, so is he playing the Paku Paku Chew engine, or is he actually playing Beasts? I would assume the Paku Paku Chew engine. Goes for Max Raider into Blue Falcon formation. Weakens my guy. And no, we're not having that. You can lose your guy. Now we can quite easily game him if we draw just a bunch of normal summonable monsters. Almost any combination wins the game here. We just need a 500 attacker and enough guys to get this out. I assume our opponent is considering conceding. Oh, is he gonna rope us? I think we're getting roped. He's probably gotten up from his PC and he's walked away. Or he's put his phone down. Here we go. What is in our graveyard? Do we have? We do, okay. So we do have lethal. So we will activate Seahorse. We will grab this back. Yes. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Normal summon. Activate the effect. Just in case we're a big dumbass and we haven't seen something, we're going to set 2. But this should be more than lethal. There are no hand traps. There are no graveyard effects. We Gucci. We so Gucci. Alright, so far this deck's been doing okay, right? We've lost 3 games. One of them was a hard brick. One of them was a soft brick. But we also only were able to summon 1 monster, and he just had widespread and then ended us. Thanks for the follow, Jaffalicious. And then the other one was that weird, like, 40-card pile deck that we just really struggled against. Oh, it's another Gavin. Now, is this one going to be on Warriors? The hand traps come into Rush at some point. No, there are no hand traps at all in Rush. I mean, I guess they could come in further on into the future, but thus far, no. Alright, we're going to summon this out. Because again, it only really gets punished by heavy metal. So we'll see if he's got heavy metal. There can't really be hand traps when there are no chains. I mean, you can still have a card that in your hand says, like, when your opponent declares an attack, you can discard this card. Basically the same activation as the same requirement as a trap card. Whether or not they will or not, I don't think so. This is a little bit annoying. How big is it going to be? 17? That is annoying. Because now I can't protect it. Okay, but he is on the Warriors. It's Red Eyes. 2 normals in Grave. If I summon out Red Eyes, I can't summon out Ancient Arise. But I think Red Eyes is still the play. It's got decent defense points, and it means we get to keep Currybot on the field. Which is just an extra kind of barrier in the way of our life points. Let's get rid of this Umigumi, shall we? Then we'll pass. Okay, we're going to use Terra Secure again. No, we're going to go straight for this. What are we going to do with it? Yeah, that's fine. You can have my Currybot. This is a weird hand. I think here we just set 2. We'll go to battle, and we will just swing. If he's got the widespread, I would be more than happy for him to use it on this Red Eyes Black Dragon. Okay. Nandes changes to attack. Thunder the Thunder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to change that to defense. This is awkward. I think we do weaken this. We'll put Red Eyes or Black Dragon Chick back into our hand. This way we don't die to just another one. That's fine. You can kill that. Widespread is very good here. Right, we normal carrier. Activate carrier. Grab back Canaan. We'll go ahead and tribute 2. Summon Ancient Arise. Use Ancient Arise. Changes to attack. We're going to set this. We're going to set this. We'll go to battle. And we will see if we can't get rid of this. He needs only widespread deals with this. And then we end. We're in a pretty good position here. Uses Celerity. Changes that to defense. He realizes none of his back row works against Ancient Arise. Do we just let it go? That is the question. How much has he got in his graveyard currently? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which means this guy will... Which means we can actually protect it. Okay, we'll activate Phantom Bind. And then we will activate Widespread Ruin here. Protecting Ancient Arise is our win con. Changes back to attack. Set this. We're going to Tribute 2. Summon out the Canaan. Ancient Arise. And Multi-Shot Dragon Dragius. We always swing with this first because we just want to get rid of this. If this gets negated, it's kind of whatever. I just want this gone. That's fine as well. You can take one of my back row. Then we'll swing with this. So he has something. I know. Okay, we'll just take that. There we go. That's all she wrote. Let me definitely save that replay. That was a good one. It's a bit weird. When both players are able to set up a load of back row, the game becomes very, like, odd. Because now it's both players trying to play around each other's back row. So his way to play around mine was to change all my guys to defense. My way to play around his was just to get out Ancient Arise. Because Ancient Arise just... 3,000 attack is just too much for the generic traps to deal with. Like, you can't beat it with Dark Ruler Slash. You can't beat it with the Barrier. You can sometimes beat it with Phantom Bind. Oh, our opponent's on an 8 win streak. Is he going to be on Resonance or is he going to be on a Rise? I think we are just going to summon out the Ancient Arise. I don't want it in my hand. Let's see what he's got. What's the ultimate punish? Like, he gets up to high levels. I think Slayer is the ultimate punish here. Like, if he just gets Slayer and hits the right back row. This is fine. So we know what he's on then. He's on Resonance. Uses Resonance. Oh, poor guy. Thinks this is going to work. Less. Here's the Barrier. I'd like my Seahorse back. Right, so now it's going to come down to, is his one back row widespread or not? We do not need that skill. Mind you, even it is widespread, we play around it so nicely with this. What is this going to be? 15. So if his back row stops one of my attacks. Will be what? 1/4? Yeah, there's no point in trying to do anything cute there. We'll just do this. Use the effect of Dragius. Use the effect of Ancient Arise. Swing in. Swing in. And end the game. And that's how we beat his 8 win streak. By playing the superior dragon deck. And because we summoned our boss monster, we do get the bonus rush power. So now we're up to 50. We're already halfway there. We've only been playing for an hour. Let's have a gander and see what we're against this time. Fingers crossed something interesting. Hey, Grand Harrier, thanks for the raid. How's everyone doing? To everyone from Grand Harrier's chat, welcome in. We are currently doing some Goha Rush Festival. Thanks for the follow, Acceleration Gate. We're currently on a bit of a tear. Having a great time. Are we summoning this? No, we don't need to. That'd be silly, right? Let me just set this. As long as I don't brick next time. Thanks for the follow, Molcam. Usually we would play with face cam, but we are a little bit sick at the moment, so we don't want to go through the hassle of making ourselves pretty and being on camera. Thanks for the follow, Tier 0 Hero. We're currently playing Red Eyes Dragons. As weird as that is. It's kind of like a pure Red Eyes deck, I guess. Oh, there goes our back row. Got my 10-0 YouTube win streak with Royal Red Eyes. Beautiful. Shui, thanks for the raid. Getting raided by everyone today, aren't we? Fortunately, we have just drawn this right after. Yeah, we can't summon out everything. We don't have a Black Dragon's Chick. We don't have access to much here, so I think we will just, quite simply, tribute to, summon out the Canaan. We're just going to summon out, I kind of just want to summon out the Red Eyes, you know. Let's get him out of the hand. Activate Dragius. Go to battle, swing. Hey, Waltz. Currently doing the character duels before going into PvP for the event. Yeah, it is nice that the character duels are there, right? Oh, has he got the widespread? Has he got it? If he has, he's not using it. Which means it's probably a different combat trap. So we're against Resonance as well. The 10-0 YouTube win streak, though. That's crazy. I mean, to be fair, we've been on a bit of a tear. I think the highest we've gotten so far in the festival is an 8 win streak. So we're currently not as good as Harriet. But one of these days. Gravity Press. Do we waste a card on this? Probably not, right? We wouldn't be able to save it. We'd just be getting rid of one of his guys. Ugh. Well. We do what we can. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Boost time. Go to the battle phase. We always attack with this first, in case he has Recital. That is more than okay. True! I would like to thank Roa for carrying me on his back. I mean, that's what we love to see, right? Roa, although he did say goodbye to us, he is always around in spirit. And, you know, in everyone's unlocks. 54 now. It's looking nice. Yeah, how are you finding the Red Eyes Rebels anyway? Because that deck, like I've had some pretty good success with it, but it does feel a little bit bricky. Oh, another Luke. Is it just all Luke all the time now? Is that what the Goha Rush Festival is? Is it the Goha Luke Festival? We say while we're playing Luke. Thanks, Vanny, by the way, for the follow. Appreciate it. I tweaked some ratios, but it feels solid. Nice. Oh, what the heck is this hand? Oh no. Not again. Not again. I like that they made Red Eyes actually good. I mean, it's definitely playable. It works really well in decks that tend to brick a lot, because you can use the skill to almost fix your hand a lot of the time. Because, you know, you can use Chick to find Red Eyes, put back one of the other high levels, then summon out the Chick, use Chick effect to get out the Red Eyes, and you've kind of made your hand a little bit better. I mean, we have to pop this, right? We can't take this much direct damage. We would have been dead. I wasn't even paying attention. Well, we can play the game. Mate, if we can make a comeback from this. I guess when you think about it, we're going to be on more life points than him, but our board is not exactly difficult to break. Especially for Resonance. If he summons a Slayer, we're just straight dead. It's bricky. When it doesn't brick, it's unbeatable. Why are people back on Phantom Bind? Just because everyone is on dragons? I mean, there is that. It's just generally an okay combat trap, right? Like, as long as they have 4 or more cards, it's doing alright. Like, we're playing in here because we're just playing 3 Barrier, 3 Phantom Bind. Or does Konami seriously expect us to win 100 duels to get duel level max? I thought that gaining 1 rush point per victory was only for the NPCs. No, it is only 1 per victory for... So we activate this. That is a really nice little combo. So whenever you win, you should be getting 3 per win. And then whenever you win after summoning your boss monster, you should be getting an extra 4. So you get like 7 points for a win. Most of the time it's better than Barret and also doesn't need setup. I'm trying to finish my Royal Rebels deck. Yeah, I mean, Royal Rebels are really, really fun. You get more when you win. 3 for PvP wins, 4 with an ace summon. I see that's much better. 3 for PvP and 4 for PvP with boss. Yeah. Oh, wait, so is it not... You don't get 3, 4... You don't get the 3 plus the 4. You get 3 or a 4. I see. I see. I guess that makes sense, right? But when you think about that still, depending... If we get all 6 roaming NPCs every day, that's just a free 6 points every day. And if it's on for, what, a week? Then that's just so many free points. But obviously we don't know if we're going to get those roaming duelists every single day. 66 points for all 11 days. I mean, yeah, you put it like that, you only need to get 34 points. Right? That's, what, like 10 wins? What is this board? Jesus. Calm down, Deadpool. This is actually a kind of an annoying hand. We can out it, but then we have to just kind of lose all of our stuff. Which feels bad. And even then, we don't actually out the Summon Skull. Where's my back row at? I think we need to set this as much as I would love to get greedy and hold on to it. Right, we have to get rid of this. Just don't have another boss monster. Just don't, if you summon another Dragius, bro, like, come on. 2 Dragius in top 10. Ah, for God's sake. Of course. Of course. The absolute best thing he could have gotten. Of course he got it. Almost to 60 now. Nice, Sean. Nice. Activates the Dinky-O. Gains the life. Christ. Turn 1 Dragius plus Summon Skull into turn 2 Dragius is so disgusting. Like, I don't know what we're supposed to do about this. We're going to need, like, 2 different boss monsters to get over this. And unfortunately, that doesn't do it. I mean, we have to do what we have to do. If he has a widespread as well, then he is the luckiest guy ever. On top of we never stood a chance. Oh, do not tell me it's widespread, bro. Really? Oh my god, this guy is the luckiest player in the world. Jesus. What are we supposed to do about this? Watch him, like, have... He's probably got, like, another Dragius in hand. Just at the ready. I mean, we're just dead, right? There's literally nothing we can do here. Behold, Phantom Bind. I'm on 7 wins so far. Really need to get some work done. Nah, work is temporary. Duel Links is forever. That's a shame. We just got utterly sacked. Like, I don't think that guy's deck could play itself any better there. Like, Jesus. Thanks for the follow, Kazumi. I don't know what I was supposed to do in that last game. I think I was destined to lose. Alright, we're against the Luke again. Well, this is a hand. It's a really funny hand. I think we just set 3. I think we just want to maximize number of cards out of our hand. It's tempting to try and hold on to a Black Dragon's Chick, but I don't think we need to. I just think it's, like, super greedy. Right, there's a Dragorite. And there's a Twin Edge. That means it's probably Resonance. Fortunately, we haven't really lost against Resonance yet. And this is a very beatable board. Pardon. Alright. We are going to lose all of our guys, but that's kind of fine. As long as we don't horrendously brick, losing all of this is A-okay. Mind you, even if we horrendously brick, we'll probably still be okay. Well, there's the semi-horrendous brick. I think here we are just going to prioritize getting out Dragius. The only small downside is we've now lost our 2 of our Red Dragon's Chicks. On top of the fact we only have 1 back row, which against Resonance you really just want to have 2. Because then even if he pops one with Slayer, it's unlikely he'll pop the other one. I have to see what he does here. Yeah, this feels kind of gross. Reincarnation discards a trap. I'm surprised you can find room in this deck for traps, unless you're just not playing pressure. So we wanted another normal summon. So we can activate Triad Drago, because the other card in his hand's got to be a high level. We kept it in hand last turn. Tributes 2, so this is the card he was holding on to, which was the Slayer. Which again, is the biggest punish. If only we had gotten one more back row. Like, if we had got this Phantom Bind instead of the Ancient Arise, we'd be in such a juicy position. But now we're back to needing to find normal summonables to actually play because our hands all bricked up. Alright, come on. Just don't brick us. Jesus. Yeah, I didn't want to win anyway. Come on, game. Why are you doing this to us? Yeah, Widespread does just win games on its own. It's so... Widespread is so busted. The worst thing is we could have won this game so easily if we just got one normal summonable. We just kill Dragonic Slayer. Or if we had 2 back row last time, so we could have just killed the Dragonic Slayer in response to its attack. And now we are just getting utterly sacked. Jesus. Brother in Christ. How does it feel being born with a silver spoon in your mouth? Is this just straight game? This is just game, yeah. Jesus. Well, at least we're only losing to bricks, right? We're losing to just drawing out all of our high levels immediately. And it's never like a nice brick. It's always like, oh, well, here's like 4 of your, like literally over half your high levels in like your open. And we're just like, oh, okay. It's like, come on, bro. Just give me playable. Dragonic Slayer limit to 3. I don't even think Dragonic Slayer is that good. I think it baits people into playing badly. Like, there, for example, if we didn't brick, we utterly dominate him. Like, we utterly destroy him. But he only got to that position because we bricked. I think that's our first loss to Resonance, literally since the new box has come out. And it was only because we bricked up on giant guys. I think if anything, if people really wanted to nerf the Dragonic Resonance deck, I think it's you change the skill. I think change it so it doesn't boost the levels, and then that deck's like a bit mid at that point. Or at the very least, limit it so you only gain 2 levels. Because then you can't just turn 4s into 7s. Okay, we've got some back row going on. Widespread is kind of necessary, though. I mean, is it? That seems like a bit of a loaded statement. Well, we can do this. Add red eyes to hand. We weaken this. Then I think we are just going to give up this Black Dragon shit because we want to make sure we have plenty of monsters. Summon out the red eyes, which is probably going to get eaten by a back row, but we have to force out the back row anyway, and red eyes being in the graveyard's fine for us. We always attack first in case he's got Recital. Barry is fine. And then we attack into this. And we pass. Good morning, good afternoon. Hey, Xantu. It's an out to big boss monster. Yeah, but there are so many outs to big boss monsters that I don't think you just hard need Widespread. So would be other traps that don't just straight up kill them for free. Yeah, I think the most annoying thing about it is it's basically like you have to just pop it with a spell trap or just deal with the fact you're going to lose a guy and there's nothing you can do about it. And the worst part is it's just a one-off, right? So if your opponent just gets lucky and just opens it and they just blow up your boss monster on like turn 2, it's like, wow, I've just lost the game. Like that's a thing that happens commonly at the moment. Love how Konami give us Widespread, fully knowing that since it's a legendary card, the moment they decide to give it us Magic Cylinder, Sacrates, or Mirror Force, Widespread will be immediately power crept forever. I mean, that's the reason to release it early, right? We don't have anything else that can take out a 5k heavy metal, though. I mean, that's true, but you can also... Like, in what situation are you, like, just dying to 5k heavy metal? So you've ended your turn with just a 2500 attacker on the field, which you could have just not done? I think there's always a way to, like, play around stuff. Like, you can play around heavy metal. You can't play around widespread. Well, I mean, you can, but not well. Okay. Do we have a Karibot? Oh, of course we don't. Of course we don't. Having an extra monster is probably beneficial for me here. So we'll activate our skill. Pop this back. Grab this. I think we have to go for the Slayer. Summon out Chick. Activate Chick. Bring out all Red Eyes. Set. 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 Go to battle, swing him. Pass turn. My opponent playing 37 cards, open Jammy Ruler. I can't. I mean, that's going to happen. It's rough, but it's going to happen. I have back row removal. If they have it, they have it. I play it too, so it's no big deal. Yeah, but that's like saying nothing matters. So why does anyone care about anything? Like that's such a nothing response. Oh well, my opponent could just win the game, so why would I bother playing the game? It's like you could say that about anything. It's just irrelevant. We're going to lose one of the back row. Which means we now cannot hard protect. This guy has drawn Slayer. Is that his third Slayer or second Slayer? No, wait. Oh, he brought back the Slayer? I completely missed that. Well, we're losing that no matter what. Which means we are just dead. Which is a shame. I mean, we'll show this off that we had it, but... God, we're getting donked on by just Slayer at the moment. Ah, he had the monster reincarnation to bring it back. Well, we can only play the cards available to us. Yeah, but again, that's another like nothing statement. Like that's yes, that is true. Water is also wet. Yeah, Chris, it is. It's hard to believe. See, this is where things get a bit dicey, because I think we always have to go for Draggies here, but again, we're not playing around heavy metal. The chances of him having heavy metal should be quite low, because obviously he's playing Luke, but there's still a chance. And if he does, we get completely blown out here. But with the hand we've got, this is kind of the best option we have. I mean, the alternative was just set 2, but like, what does that accomplish, really? It still ends with a brick in our hand. We could draw into more bricks. This way is a pretty decent, right? Because the only way he completely outs this is if he double Dragonic Slayers, which should be very, very difficult for him. I can only get one of the 2 bundles. I'm using Lightning Bolt Condor deck. It's going to be a pain to climb the event. Which bundle should I get? Widespread. I mean, Widespread is so game determinative. It's probably actually the most powerful card in the game, so I would recommend that. We'll get more battle traps for sure, and maybe they'll give us another strong legend trap to make us choose. I think that's the issue, Kazumi, is that even in the modern Rush game, there are so few legend traps worth playing. In fact, there are so few legend traps, period. I think there are 7 now in total. And of those, only a handful are actually played. It's typically a toss-up. Goddamn Slayer, just every game. I mean, we can still play around it, but... There we go. Have that back. It's not like people can play 3 copies of it. But I think that's almost what makes it more annoying. Because then when you lose to it, you just feel like you got sacked because your opponent only has 1 copy of it. Again, it's always going to be subjective, right? Like, people are going to either love it or hate it, I think. It's always going to be a little bit Marmite-y. I would rather that my opponent had a well-oiled machine deck and they played it well and then I lost to that, rather than my opponent like just found the lucky one of and sacked me. But, you know, it's like you say, you can still play around it. You can play back row hate, right? I mean, that's why Slayer is so good right now. It's just weird how you get stuff like Ghost Cyclone, which sometimes is incredible and sometimes is a bit mid. Oh, another... Stop bringing back Slayer, bro. Learn a new trick. Is that what Resonance is now? It's just Slayer Turbo? The deck doesn't do anything else other than just spam Slayer out? And the back row to protect it. I think the difference between Resonance players finding Slayer and not finding Slayer is literally night and day. Like, if they don't get access to Slayer, their deck is so mid. I have a good deck, and Widespread Ruin is a no-brainer for it. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Resonance is playing 3 Slayer, 3 Blunker, 2 to 3 Dragius. It sounds like it should be bricking constantly. What do we want to do here? I don't need to get him out. So I think we will use Black Dragon Rising here. We'll throw this back into the deck. We'll grab this out. We'll then weaken... I guess Slayer. It's always Slayer, right? We'll go Seahorse. Effect. Bring back Kanan. Do we have a Karibot on Grave currently? We don't, so we want Karibot on Grave. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Now it comes down to, do we want to crash into that? We probably don't, to be honest. So I think we'll just set this. We'll go to battle, and we will just attack into this. So if he has the widespread, he has the widespread. Then we pass there. It is, but it doesn't, you know. Is that Master Duel? I don't know what you mean by that, Kazumi. I don't know if I lost track of that conversation. Tributes 2. Ah, and now he gets Dragius. Okay. Now he hasn't got Slayer. Now that Slayer would be mostly useless. He's run out of Slayers. Now he's found Dragius right when it's going to be at peak power. Oh, he's in battle phase, so we're not taking a huge direct attack at least. And unfortunately, he attacked in the correct order to not get walled off. Bit of a shame, but what can you do? Man, this hand really sucks, doesn't it? Alright. Well, we have the Black Dragon Rising. Grab this out. Now, this is where things get a bit wonky, because if his back row is barrier, there is, like, nothing we can do about it. I suppose there is, but then we're playing into... this is gross. It comes down to, is he going to get Slayer? If he doesn't have access to Slayer, we're in such a good position to just attack into this. But if he does get Slayer, we get boned. If that back row is like anything, though, we just die to it. So I think we have to attack into this. Which means weakening it would have been better. We could have got an extra 400 in. Ah, never mind, I see. I dropped the Dragius for heavy metal. Ah, it's a interesting little combo. Wait, I assume that's not in resonance because it won't work in resonance. Or resonance won't work. Alright, just don't have Slayer. Just don't have Slayer. Just anything but Slayer. Just don't have Slayer. That's potentially a Slayer. I'm playing a Spellcaster Engine. What skill are you on them? You playing like a Hammer Crush Deal or Legend draw? Oh, don't go for another draw. Okay, at least that's gone. That's really bad. That's now game. Wait, he's not using... because he hasn't got enough cards to do it. Okay, well, we always barrier here. And I think we always take Seahorse. So we're taking 4,000... What? Why, though? This feels gross, bro. Why do we keep seeing a shit ton of high levels? I have no idea why he didn't. It literally is going to come down to... has he got it or not? We know he hasn't got widespread. How many dragons are in our graveyard right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nowhere near enough. Means this should be game no matter what. Yep, he did have the barrier, so we did correctly play around it. Yeah, Dragonic Slayer is a really weird one, right? Because if you draw 2 back row, you don't really care about it. Hey, B. Matson, thanks for the follow. Because, like, you'll lose one of your back rows, which sucks, but in this deck specifically, we'll always have, like, another back row to protect us. It's just, we just need to open 2 back row. And it's like, how often are we actually going to open 2 back row? Free gems! Exactly, free gems. And it's like Harry was saying earlier, if we just play the event, and you just sign in every day, assuming we get the 6 roaming duelists constantly, we'll get 66 points just for free. So, like, I mean, I'm at the point where I could stop playing and just, yeah, again, assuming we get the spawn that spawns every day. Can use them to finish rockets. Nice. I haven't actually played rockets at all, which is a bit of a shame. I haven't really played against rockets much either. It's just, it doesn't seem that popular for, like, a tier 1/tier 2 deck. Which just seems weird to me. Like, I've played against more Asark decks than I have against rockets. Okay, so we're against Ancient Forces. It's looking like he might have bricked a little bit. Although he still has a better hand than us so far. Oh dear. See, this is where we'd like to punish him, but we've opened 2 high levels and a bunch of back rows, so we can't really do anything. Nice, Matt. I have everything rockets out, but rockets out of laziness. Well, at least you've got everything else. It's a pity you can't chain in Rush Duels. I'm making Salamangrate right now, so hoping I get it done soon. Salamangrate's another really cool deck. I don't know what I want to build in speed next. Wow. He's still bricked up, so let's see if we can unbrick ourselves. How do we want to navigate this? I mean, I guess we are just going to use Black Dragon Chick here. Activate the effect. Thanks for the follow, J Blue. Summon out the Red Eyes Black Dragon. We're going to set this, and then we're going to swing. We're drawing all these cards in such weird orders, right? We have a Curry Button Graveyard now. We always seem to get the Seahorse Carrier before we find any of the light normals. Just the way it goes. Why not use Summon Skull? Oh, it's a Red Eyes deck. Yeah, we're specifically playing a Red Eyes version of this deck just to try it out. I just want to say as well, I do not think Red Eyes Dragons is a good deck, but it is what we are playing. What if I Widespread Ruined your guy? And now we enter the concede phase. And that's why Widespread Ruin is a really, really strong card. Me and my opponent both milled Widespread. Finally a fair game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, again, I think Widespread is okay if both players find their Widespread. Right? If both players get their Widespread and use it at a similarly important time, it evens out anyway. It's when one person finds it and the other one doesn't. That's when it sucks so much. Like, it's just going to get worse. It's like in current Rush, if you... I'm up to 70, I gave up. Well, you're probably fine just to stay at 70, to be honest, right? Assuming we get the PvE duels, you'll be fine to get the rest of it up. That's always been Yu-Gi-Oh! Though with one-offs. I mean, yeah, but it doesn't mean it's good for the game. Just means it's what it is, right? It's like... So again, in Modern Rush, we do have... this hand's a bit nasty. We do have a lot of very, very powerful legend cards, right? And you can win and lose games entirely off the fact that if you see them or not. Like, Dark Hole is a card, right? Mirror Force is a card. Magic Cylinder is a card. Riser the Storm Monarch is a really powerful legend monster. And just the difference between seeing those and not is just like, oh, the game's over and you had no real impact on it. Now, again, you can play around some of these cards. It's just not easy. It's especially difficult to play around something like Dark Hole. Risers and Rush, wow, yeah. Riser and Zaborg and Thestalos are all in. And then there's a bunch of, like, Rush-specific monarchs that are unique to Rush. Dark Hole is too much, yeah, exactly. And one of the decks in Modern Rush has a way to recycle Dark Hole. So if you get it into the graveyard, you can just keep getting it back. I main 3 Dark Holes in Speed. I mean, yeah, in Speed, though, it's like the game's been... What is this? What is this? We've had so many games where we've been bricked up on all of our high levels, and now we're not finding any of them. The worst part about this is we're going to find them all at once and not be able to play, because we're going to be completely bricked up. I mean, yeah, there was a time when, like, Dark Hole and Raigeki were banned, right? But now they're both, like, at 3 or whatever. And then Lightning Storm exists in Master Duel. I mean, again, talking entirely about Master Duel. For TCG. But we're at a stage now where you can just have a lot of these really broken cards around. They're just not as broken anymore. See, now, this is the problem. Is Slayer is going to slowly pick away my back row because I have nothing to threaten his board. So although I have 3, which is perfect to deal with Slayer, I have nothing in attack mode, so it doesn't do anything. Like, we're just getting so unlucky right now. The thing is that makes Ruin as powerful as it is, it's not that it destroys a monster, it's that the player activating it gets their turn and can capitalize on it. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. And that's exactly why Mirror Force is so powerful as well. If you can just wipe out your opponent's board, and then they get to have a turn of you not having that monster to stop them from getting to your life points. Alright, could we play the game now? Can we play the game? Can we play the game? Yeah. Hey, we can kind of play the game with this. Alright. We can summon out 2 guys, which is enough to break anything he has. We'll go 1, we go 2. We would like to get the red eyes out, but it stops us from attacking with effect monsters, so we're not going to do that here. Go 1, go 2. Activate the skill, like the effect, but his effect. So this plays around a lot. Right, we attack with this first. See if he's got the widespread. Okay. So now, it's does he have anything to stop this attack? I think here, we attack the defense monster first. So he has something chainable. Which means it's either going to be barrier or thingy. Either way, we don't want to attack into it, so we'll just pass on this. We can just let him keep his 23. You could have added off Currybot. You had one engraved. Yeah, but we already had a monster out. Because he didn't kill all of our monsters. And to use Currybot, you need to have no other monsters on your field. Barrier or Phantom, yeah. So we're playing around it by just not... Ah, I just found another Slayer. This is the issue, because now he has free reign to attack into our Arise twice. And then just leave his back row to protect himself. So now we need to find another Ancient Arise. We've only got one engraved, so we only have one left in deck. And now he's got second back row. If we find... So having 2 back row again was really, really good there. But he's just slowly picking off our guys. Wait, is he not... What? I mean... Yeah, we always do this. I think we just want our Arise back, because Arise is how we win this game, to play around his back row. Again, we can use the skill. We don't need to, so we're not. And there's 2 more back row, which again is exactly what we want. Now, if that other back row who's drawn is widespread, we're kind of back to the same situation. So let's see what he's got. So he toggled off there. So he had something, which tells me he's probably got the barrier. How many dragons are in our graveyard? 1, 2, 3. So it could be the barrier or Phantom Bind still. Neither of which Ancient Arise cares about. Now this is scary, because that could easily be the card we don't want to see. Okay, we can... The problem is, we have so few cards left in deck. Oh, this is tricky. Having so few cards left in deck is really hurting us right now. We could get 4 attacks and potentially go for lethal. But he's going to use his back rows to stop it. And then on the following turn, we aren't going to have enough attacks to kill him. But I think we have to go for it. Now, has he found his widespread? Yeah, he found it. Oh, that's the only thing that messed us up this bad. That means we probably lost just from deck out. Which sucks, but... that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. If we played more than 30 cards, we win here. Does IRL Rush Game have legend cards, or is that just for Duel Links? Yeah, IRL has legend cards. Are they limited too? Yeah, they are limited. They are. You get 1 spell, 1 trap, 1 monster. It would be good if they released rush cards in English. Yeah, that would be really, really nice. I mean, they specifically said they were going to think about doing that. Please attack me. I would love it so much if you attack me. Yeah, it's just being a pussy. We can kind of do stuff here. The issue is, his second back row is going to stop us no matter what we do. Because we're gonna have 2 shots at killing this, fail both of them, and then that's gonna be it. Because we have no cards in our deck. No, don't do that. That's right, use the effect, not try and summon it like that. But again, we basically need him to have a face down spell card, otherwise we've lost. Alright, so he'll use the first back row now. Now use the second back row. And then that's the game. Oh, that's so sad. Again, that was a free win. If you almost misplayed an autopilot there, lucky you caught yourself. I mean, yeah. Again, we win that if we don't deck out, which is such a shame. Such a shame. Like, if we just had cards left in deck to use Ancient Arise effect, we just summon out Ancient Arise, use it, attack into it, kill his guy for free, and then run him with everything else. But we decked out. It sucks, but it happens. Guess this hand is fine. Not fantastic. Run back row removal. So, the problem with back row removal is the only deck that gets to run it for free is Dragonic Resonance. And they get to play Slayer, just one of their boss monsters has it built in. Every other deck needs to basically use spell trap slots for it. So what my deck tries to do is it runs monsters that don't care, right? So I have 3 Ancient Arise that plays around pretty much everything. Which, again, it does, but we ran out of cards, so we couldn't just ignore him and not give a shit. I use Hammer Crush. Hammer Crush is, again, it's another cool one, but if you're in a losing position, Hammer Crush just doesn't help you, is the issue. Hammer Crush feels a little bit win more because of the discard. Now, unfortunately, this Seahorse is already dead because it's only the turn it's normal summoned. I guess I would like to keep a Canaan in hand. But I do want to get all my monsters out, so we are going to be doing this. Tributing 2 to summon out the Red Eyes. Summon out the Canaan. Activate Arise. Go to battle. Swing in. Swing in. And then we'll see if this is a 1400 butt or not. It is a 1400 butt. Okay, that's fine. Or whatever it's called. I have other cards that discard, so it can be useful still if it's dead. I mean, yeah, but you know, you set about every card, right? Like, if you're playing Hammer Crush Deal, that kind of negates the weakness of it. So I think if you're playing just like good stuff pile, Hammer Crush Deal plus Hammer Crush is really good. I think arguably it's probably the best like individual good stuff pile skill at the moment. Tributes 2, summons out Dragius. Do you have any dragons in the grave? No, of course you don't. Specifically plays around keeping Red Eyes on board. It's got 1 back row. Comes down to what do we want to maintain in hand? We have to keep Black Dragon's Chick. So I could just use all of this. Right, we'll summon out Seahorse Carrier. We are going to use its effect. Grab back Canaan. Summon out Karibot. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon out the Canaan. Activate the effect. Go to battle. We swing with this. Now he needs Widespread. Widespread is the only thing that stops this. Oh, it's King's Majesty. Okay, well that doesn't kill my guy. So we're still kind of fine here. The only downer here is this guy's going to get hit and we're going to take a ton of damage. Hammer Crush is only worth it if Hammer Crush deal, honestly. Ghost Cyclone is too situational. Ghost Cyclone is really, really good, though, when it does work. And that's going to be game. I think we're just dead. I mean, we're playing against what I think is the strongest deck in the game right now. So, like, we're not too bummed out about losing to it. The fact that we managed to do this well was still pretty good. Behold, Phantom Bind. Aqua Aggro, I think it's pretty undisputably the best deck in the format right now. Like, it's so strong. It's literally only good if you go second and open with it. That is not true though, Kazumi, right? It's good if you just have no monsters on the field. Then it's good. It's fantastically, unbelievably broken if you go second with it and go first. Or, you know, it's the first turn of the game and you're going second. Like, it's literally better Hammer Crush as long as you don't have any monsters out. Ah, yes, the Draggiest Cup. I mean, Goha Rush Cup. Yep, welcome to the Draggiest Cup. Listen, every deck is a Draggiest Cup. Draggiest deck, if you're brave enough. Okay, we're going second, which again is not really what we want. We'd much rather go first in this format. Just having back row just means going first becomes so much more powerful. It's Kana. I mean, I guess we do just go for it. I wasn't paying attention. I don't even know which one was the set monster. I'm going to assume it's this one. It was. So this is where things get a bit funky again, because once again, if he just has a Slayer, we only have one back row, which is exactly what Slayer wants. So we get... Okay, we're fine. We're chilling. Rushdoll certainly has got more interesting with the new box. Yeah, just having any level of interaction is really nice, rather than just summon monster attack. Maybe we should swap to a different deck soon. I think we've already came to the conclusion that this deck is not the best way to play any of these cards. We're basically playing a bad Ancient Forces deck. But it is kind of fun. Almost at 69 points, we just got to lose one. Well, if we lose one, we don't get any points. And we always keep Seahorse in hand. It's a shame we have to lose a Red Eyes this early, but... Or a Black Dragon Chick. That's a Lamoon. That's a Clear Ice. Clear Ice into Seahorse. Gets that back, so maximum value. Is he going to have the Draggiest for absolute maximum value? No, he's not. I don't like that. I do not like Bunker Strike in Arise. I like this format too. There's none of that messing around with streaks. Yeah, it is quite nice to not have to... Especially... So Rush, I think more than some other formats, has a bit of a heavier RNG focus. Because you can just brick in this game so easily, because it's almost mandatory to run a big pile of bricks in your deck. So trying to get 5 in a row is basically saying, please don't get unlucky 5 games in a row. It's like, well, yeah, that's all well and good, but got to actually make that happen. Alright, summon. Seahorse brings back the moon. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. We'll normal this, and I think we're going to set the Dragon Chick. We're going to set both of these. Now, unfortunately, we are against Ancient Arise, and these trap cards are not very good into specifically Ancient Arise Dragon. They are very good into everything that isn't Ancient Arise Dragon in this deck. Ancient Arise specifically, though, it's a little bit weak. Now, I'm assuming this is going to be a 1400 butt. I know this is 0 butt. Okay. No D-ranking or losing points. The only loss I had was Hard Brick. The opponent had everything. I mean, yeah. To be fair, we've had 2 losses that were up there. Oh, God. Ghost Cyclone. See, it's like Hammer Crush, but he's still got 4 cards in his hand. At the very least, because he hit not widespread, he's going to have to think about the other one being widespread. Thanks for the follow, Serena. Tributes 2. Summons that Ancient Arise. That plays around my back row anyway. Might as well toggle off just to not give him any extra information. Oh, he is hard respecting a widespread. I respect that he respects it, but I don't know, man. I don't know about that. How do we want to play this? I mean, I guess we can activate our skill here. That way we get to maintain this, like, pretty good hand already. What is the worst card in this hand? It's probably Karibot. We'll add Red Eyes back. We'll lower the attack of this. Flip this up. Activate the effect. We're going to summon out the Red Eyes. Because of our skill, we can't attack with the Ancient Arise anyway, so there's no real point in summoning it. So we can maintain a Red Eyes and an Ancient Arise for next turn. We can clear over this. And we'll take a look at what this is. Ooh, okay. Him keeping a monster does kind of suck a little bit, but it's kind of whatever. For stage 1, yes, they should. Stage 2 should be kept the same. Stage 2, the only problem I have with stage 2 is how long it is. Like, if you want people to sit there and grind all day, you need to, like, I don't know, have... Expecting people to, like, just not sleep for 3 days just seems like a bad thing. Is Call of the Earthbound a good trap? It's limit 3, but I see no use for it. I don't think so, Yamas, personally. I haven't seen anyone use it to any kind of meaningful degree where it's actually made a huge impact on the game. 3 back row. So now, question is, do we force out a widespread? I think we have to. We go 1, 2. Summon out the boy. Activate the effect. Milling that's not great, but it's kind of whatever. We're not expecting the attack to connect, but in case it does, we do want to have the cannon out. Alright, we attack into this. This is where he's going to use the widespread, if he had it. Now we'll attack with this, just to guarantee we clear. And then we hit him for 14. So that tells me he doesn't have widespread. Play it if it didn't have more important limit 3s. It's only be... Oh. Yeah, Ghost Cyclone's really bad, guys. It's really bad. Look at that. It's just a completely useless card. Well, now he's seen that we have not had our widespread this entire time. That he should have been attacking us. Question is, what does he do from here? How about they make stage 2 group stage knockout or something? Stage 2 should be about winning and losing points. Yeah. I think Kazumi's right. It should be about just, like, getting the points. It's just trying to make it so people don't have to stay online the entire time. Maybe like designated times throughout the day where you can grind it out or something. Because like, I've heard people say, make it like, you know, you play 50 games or something, and then you take your results from those 50. And it's like, well, that's all well and good, depending on the situation, but that's not always... It's not always going to work out like that, you know? Oh, we have some stuff we can do here. How do we want to approach this? So if we summon tribute for that, do that. Okay, we're going to do this. It's a little bit sus, but this is the play. I'm going to tribute the Red Eyes. Then, I'm going to activate our skill. Pop this back in the deck. Take back the Red Eyes. We're then going to weaken his guy. We then set... normal summon. There's no point in using Dragius effect because it cannot attack. But this way, if he's got widespread, it doesn't matter. And if he's got any other battle trap, we get rid of it. Perfect. And that is how we play around Widespread Ruin. Okay, there's Carrier. Takes back Lamoon. Summons out the Lamoon. Tributes 1. Gets the Burning Blaze. Hammer Crush. So now he's going to lose another card. This guy is on 3 Ghost Cyclone and Hammer Crush. Jesus. He really just does not want to deal with the opponent's back row. I mean, if there is a deck to do it, it would be this one. What does his deck do? He has no multi-attack. Have we even seen a Dragius? We have seen Dragius, okay. What's the highest attack he gets up to, though? Like... He'd have to double Dragius. No, he can't even Dragius us. So if we set 3, he can no longer return cards to deck using his Ancient Arise Dragon. If he can't put cards back in his deck, he can't even activate Dragius effect even if he gets it. What a Chad. That's the other thing about Widespread. Yes, there will be Saki situations, but good players will know how to play around it. I think that's the thing. You're not always in a situation where you can play around it. I think that's one of the other major issues. Like, it can be really nice to flip a game around if you're losing. And it's like, oh, I can use Widespread to try and make a comeback. But a lot of the time, Widespread ends up being the opposite, where you have to make a desperation play to try not lose, and then you just die to Widespread, and that can feel really bad as well. I think, no matter how you look at it, there are good points and bad points for having Widespread. It's just like which one outweighs the other, right? And I would say Widespread being negative is kind of like a 60%, or maybe even like a 55%. Like, it's not hugely always going to be a horrible thing, but when you do lose to it, it does feel real bad. They got no traps, huh? Well, that's the thing. Their deck doesn't do much with traps, right? Like, Phantom Bind and... Well, yeah, we just pass the turn here and we win. Phantom Bind and the Barrier are only really good if you have high attack monsters. And he doesn't have high attack monsters. Because he's playing, what, like 2 or 3 Ancient Arise and then like 1 Dragius. And then every other high attack monster in his deck is 16 and 18. So you only have 2 more turns though. Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's got 0 turns. Yeah, we specifically played that way because we knew that they were going to deck out. Like, the way that he comes back into that game is if we summon guys in attack, because then he could summon Ancient Arise, use a Rise effect, put cards back in his deck, kill one of our guys. If he's got extra cards in his deck, he can then... Well, mind you, he couldn't actually activate Ancient Arise. He'd have to find a way to get a card back into his deck prior to that, which I don't know if his deck can actually do. It's another Luke. I don't think we're winning this one, guys. I think it might be over. He's thinking about it. He's like, should I tribute summon out a guy? He has no idea. He's already won the game. Scoop. No, Yamas. We will wait and see what happens. Imagine if we came to a win from this position, right? Just imagine if we did. We are almost certainly dead, but... Guys, I don't think we have a chance anymore. Now, if we... So the issue with this is, having 4 in hand means we only get 1 draw next turn maximum. That one monster cannot be a normal summonable monster that gets these out of our hand. We could, theoretically, right, next turn, draw a Red Eyes Chick, then use our skill to swap one of these for a Red Eyes Black Dragon, and then summon out a Red Eyes. That is literally our only way to have a play. What was that about bricking? You know, sometimes it do be like that. The best part is, he's going to summon out a Dragonic Slayer and pop my back row. That is the absolute best part of this. Ready? It's coming. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. I heard similar to this, but going first, Widespread saved me, and next turn I OTK'd. What, with 4 boss monsters in hand? That's impressive. Dragonic Resonance. Ha, you thought you could kill me? Go, Widespread Ruin. Alright, it needs to be exactly Black Dragon Chick for us to be able to do anything. And then we have to hope his back row is nothing. Right, that's almost Black Dragon's Chick, to be fair. That is almost a Black Dragon's Chick. Right? So, we almost had a playable hand, right? That was like the closest thing to a Black Dragon's Chick that isn't a Black Dragon's Chick. Now, the funny thing about this is we play 7 level 7s in this deck. And this is 5 of our level 7s in the top 6 cards of our deck. We'll let him have it. We'll let him have the... We'll let him hit into us. Yeah, I'm playing Spellcasters. I mean, yeah. But, you know, high levels to me, it's the difference, right? Having 6s in your hand is much different from having a bunch of 7s in your hand. It's a big Black Dragon's Chick. Exactly. I don't know why, but that sounded dirty. Alright, there's Resonance. Hands like this are harsh, but always going to happen. I mean, this is just part of Rush, right? So the way we get around this a little bit in the modern version of Rush is there are a lot of cards that are almost mandatory in every deck, which is basically like discard a card, draw 2 cards. So there's like Trade-In. I mean, everyone knows what Trade-In is. There's a card called Ship of the 7 Treasures, which is discard any monster, draw a card. If you discarded a level 7, draw an extra card. And then there's Charm of Cinematani, which I think is called like Saturn's Spheres now, which is like if you have a level 6 in play, you can discard a card, draw 2 cards. So like there's a lot of stuff that does make unbricking yourself a little bit easier. Unfortunately, we don't have access to any of those cards in this game yet. And also with a 30 card deck as well, it might get a little bit... you might thin your deck out a bit too quick. You made it sound dirty with the Westerner's voice. Oh, I'm sorry. So sorry, Chris. The only voice I've got. That's an insane brick, holy. I mean, yeah, it happens. It happens. There's nothing we can do about it. It's one of those things where part of me wants to, like... Because I can just record all the bricks and then put them into, like, a compilation. But I'm like, can I actually be arsed? Seems like a lot of effort. Now, this isn't strictly speaking a brick, but it doesn't feel great. There's no point just milling ourselves randomly. Man, we have not been drawing well these last couple of games, have we? This is still playable. It's just not good. Oh, he's got pitcher and slugger. Ugh. We kind of needed to rely on him bricking so that we could come back into this a little bit. Ooh, what are you playing? Are you just playing Aqua Aggro, but with, like, the Sports Dragon engine? What are you doing? What is going on right now? What is this deck you're playing? This is just weird. This is Dragonic Resonance, but it doesn't work because D&Q is in it. Well, we'll just summon out our big dragon again. And then we're going to summon out a slightly smaller dragon. No, I've got to stop doing that. Go, Black Dragon's Chick. Summon forth Red Eyes Black Dragon. Set. I'll activate this, and then he's going to have a widespread, because that's the only thing that stops this, so he's going to have it. Ready? Here we go. Is he going to get... That card annoys me. Which card? Are we talking about D and Keto? Why are you the barriering? That doesn't do anything. What are you doing, BB? And that's gold. Let the man dance. That's not widespread. That's the thing, right? That's the reason I really like Ancient Arise, because it just does not give a shit about your opponent's back row unless they have exactly widespread. Like, even if they stop the attack with, like, a Recital or a... What's it called? The Throne card. The level 1... the level 1 Fiend card. Like, it sucks that the attack gets stopped, and it's only got 24, but we should have trap cards to protect it ourselves on the crackback. And if nothing else, it's still 2,400 life points we don't lose. King's Majesty. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. He'd have flipped it quicker than someone calling shove when they had hold quads. Yeah, exactly. Now, the issue with that is he doesn't have any other warriors in grave, which means this is the absolute wrong trap for us to have right now. What we want is that one. Oh, but he's playing around it. I respect it. I respect it. Now, he set a new back row. What could that be? Alright, get ready for this play. We're going to summon. We're going to tribute 2. We're just going to get Red Eyes in the grave. Get out of here, Red Eyes. We're going to summon. We're going to activate. And we're going to activate. Now, we attack with this. And now if he has the widespread, this is where he uses it. Did he draw it? He's the barriering again. I don't know why, other than he's maybe got more spell traps in hand and he really wants to get rid of them. Phantom Bind? I don't care. We're getting for 21. Then we'll pass. The last 4 games I lost were exactly and only because of widespread. That card feels mega unfair, man. He can only dance. He's not good at maths. Ooh, there's the pressure. That's pretty yikes for us. I mean, this hand is still fine. I think we have a Creebot in graveyard, so we're kind of chilling. He can't deal 5,900 damage to us. Yeah, it's always gonna suck getting legend sacked, just as much as it sucks bricking with a bunch of level 7s in hand. What we'd ideally like is ways to stop both of those things from happening, but it's easier said than done. It's always nice to feel like you played the game, right? Like, oh, I got to play the match out. Right? Like, as long as my deck does what my deck does, if you still lose, it's like, it's kind of whatever. But it's when you don't even get to play the game, that's when it sucks the absolute most. Oh man, D and Keto. He's just milling because he can mill? Should probably not leave that toggle on. Rather than just give him free information. Thank God we have this Little Kuribot, because we really needed it. Unfortunately, we have to leave him with a guy. This is not the best. We're also running a little bit thin on the old main deck, which is also not great. This is the other issue, is he's just going to deck us out because he's playing another like 40 card pile. Does Legend Draw work for any Legend card or just monsters? Yeah, it's monsters, I thought, yeah. I love a lot of things about modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But the turn 1 negate boards are not what I love. I usually prefer monsters that destroy or banish that interact with your opponent. Making a negate board is boring to me. I 100% agree. I think interaction is fun, right? But just having a whole deck that just says no, 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 no is not very interesting. Well, he doesn't have resonance. Have we? Oh, we've seen his skills D and Keto. Now, the question is, what does he have in his graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unfortunately, 8 would crash, so we cannot hold on to our widespread, as much as we would really love to just sit on widespread. Well, if we get 2 normal summoned monsters, we have lethal. And he doesn't want to wait to find out. Alright, I think I am going to be right back. Briefly, we'll be back in just a sec. And we are back. Part of me is like, I'd like to swap to a different deck, just because, you know, this deck's fine. It's not particularly good. We just wanted to see what we could just jam Red Eyes into that wasn't Warriors and Fiends. But at the same time, we're probably going to be going for another half an hour. So it's like, does it matter? Is it worth going to a different deck just for a handful of games? That's why I'm bored with Duel Links. I like Duel Links because it was a unique format, but now it's just mini TCG. I mean, it's always been mini TCG in some way, right? But that's always been kind of the appeal. Back when I first started playing, oh, I don't know when Duel Links actually came out. Would it have been like mid-Xyz format? Or like close to Arc V maybe? I don't remember. What do we do with this hand? I think we're against the Luke. So do we take the risk and summon out the Red Eyes? Or the Dragias here? I think we... I don't think we do. Speedo as that is, yeah. As much as people want to say otherwise, exactly why Duel Links became popular, it was a weaker format. The meta is diverse, but trying to meme a bit is hard at the moment. I'm tired of seeing the limit 3 traps in Speed Duel, especially when my opponent opens multiples. 2015 and 2016, it came out 2016. I started 2018. See, I started near enough at the very, very beginning. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Foo. And I really enjoyed playing at the very start. Back then, the meta was like nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got that there. We could set Tribute 2 to get that out. I mean, I guess that's the play. Tribute 1. Tribute 2. Summon out the Seahorse. Activate Seahorse. Bring this back. I think we are going to not respect the back row. So we'll summon out Lemonian attack. This might end up being a misplay, but we'll have to wait and see. Alright, let's see what this is. Does he have the widespread? Of course he opened the blooming widespread! Anything other than widespread, and we are in such a dominant position here, but widespread exactly messes us up. See, now, if he goes into Dragonic Slayer, we are completely boned. Anything that isn't Dragonic Slayer, and we're probably still kind of fine, but Dragonic Slayer here hard punishes us. And the punish was just, like, not respecting that he could have had the one of widespread. Because the alternative was what? Just don't attack with anything? Or only... Because, like, yeah, if we attack with literally anything, we lose the Dragius. It's not like we can just attack with the Red Eyes and not attack with the Dragius. It's not Sakuretsu armor. Came out in the UK. I didn't get on the beta, although I wanted to. So I started playing not at the very, very first release. I think I played, like, set 2, so it would have been, like, what, a month or 2 into release? And I remember the first KC Cup came out, and I think it was probably the second KC Cup, and the best decks in the format were Harpy Ladies, it was Dinosaur Kingdom Beatdown, which was just summon out 1900 attack monsters, attack, and Relinquished, and those were like the 3 meta decks. And I remember doing quite well in that KC Cup, having a pretty good time with it, with the Dinosaur Beatdown deck. And that's because my secret tech was Dispel destroys the Harpy field spell before their field spell destroys my field spell, and then I just win the game. And like that was all the thought that went into it. And it's like, just playing simpler formats is just quite nice, right? Just having the option. I think that's why something like Edison is so popular, because it is a simpler version of the... Ah, for God's sake, that's annoying. Okay, how many... Ancient Forces... I'm pretty sure that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engrave. So if he attacks in the wrong order. So if he doesn't use the skill, that's because he's playing around widespread. So he's not playing around widespread. He's now down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still. So still 5 engrave. Fortunately, 5 wouldn't be enough. Yeah, this is a very, very powerful deck we're against. I think we only really have the one option, and that's clear both the monsters. We can still clear, which is nice. The only issue is, if he's able to get out and Arise, we're just fucked. He's got this engrave already. So he'd have to get access to Arise and one of the level 6s. My phone wasn't good for the game when it first came out, so I had to wait years. So yeah, I was playing on my tablet for ages when it first came out. Oh, okay, so he's also on Slayer, which seems like it's just going to be super bricky. Getting that Arise back doesn't matter, as long as he doesn't have a level 6 to go with it. If he has the level 6, there's nothing we can do about it. If it's just Arise, we are so fine. Oh, he's on Recital. I don't hate that. Oh, my friend, you are not playing around the Phantom Bind. Boom. I mean, how do you play around the Phantom Bind there, realistically? Right, we've got 3,500 damage on board, everybody. You know what that means. It means that we already have lethal on board, but we're going to play every card in our hand because we can. And there we go. Do hand traps exist in Rush Duel? No, they do not. There is no any form of card that activates in the hand in Rush Duel. There is literally just nothing. My first account was on phone, but my phone broke and I lost the account, so I had to start again from scratch when the Steam version came out. Now, this is my original account from way back when. Dual Power 80. Nice. I guess we'll save that. So what are my thoughts about the deck that we're playing? It's pretty bad, is my initial thought. Like it's obviously fine because Ancient Arise is just a good card, and so is Dragius, and every other card in the deck is also fine. But like, there's just better ways to play them. Hand traps and Konami's Band-Aid to improve interaction in modern Yu-Gi-Oh. 100% is max right. 100 is max right. Oh yes, 100 is max. Yes. My brain couldn't compute what you were asking them. I think here we are going to summon out the Red Eyes and attack, because with the barrier protecting it, it might be okay. If we play it in defense, barrier can't always protect it because it can't stop 25s, and it can also crash with 28s. And we don't really want Red Eyes just sitting in our hand anyway. He's better for the graveyard. 98 points. One more game. Nice. Okay, well, there's a Dragius gone and a Hammer Crush gone. So he's down to 3 cards to out this board. So what would it be? A second Dragius and 2 normal summonables? Okay. So as is, we are keeping a monster. Hey, Sakadetsu. Oh my god, is that legendary Red Eyes Black Dragon? Yes, it's Red Eyes Black Dragon. A ferocious dragon with a deadly attack. Why does this keep happening to us? Like... we were in such a good position, and now we've just lost the game. Bro, this is like the 4th time today this has happened. Now, to be fair, we are on 7 high-level monsters. But 7 shouldn't be that big. I think 6 feels about right if you're playing this many back row. But our skill says we need to be playing 7. To be fair, he has just used a Hammer Crush, so he has just lost another card. So we might only take 2,500 damage here. And if that's the case, we can draw a Seahorse to get back into the game. Or as long as that back row isn't... So a Seahorse or a Currybot off the top, and we are okay. Or a Black Dragon's Chick. So there's what, 8 cards we can draw? That's not one of them. So we're just dead here, right? We set this, we pass, and then if he finds any normal summon with 600 attack, we're just dead. Back-to-back crushes. It's ruined. He's got luck on his side. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. We need him to just not summon anything. That's our win con. And that's already just lost. Bruh. It feels bad. Again, there's nothing we can do about this. The thing is, he didn't even get that lucky. Like, he opened terribly. And he had to piss away cards with Hammer Crush. See, that's the thing, right? If we didn't brick, this was like basically a free win, right? Because he lost so much advantage off Hammer Crush that he was just so far behind. We could have just set up a massive board that he just couldn't out. But it happens. Well, I don't open rush packs, so this version of KC Cup is not for me. Well, again, you can get through it, a lot of it, just by playing against the NPCs. because you get 1 point towards the event for each of the event NPCs you beat. And today we had 6 of them spawn. So assuming we have 6 of them spawn every day for 11 days, we're going to get 66 points. Which means if you manage to grind out, you know, what's that, 34 points, you'll make it to stage 2 and get all the rewards. Again, assuming that's how it ends up playing out. Okay. Now, I think we summon Red Eyes here. I think we keep Dragius in hand. We're putting him in attack mode because, again, there is a chance Phantom Bind does something. It's a slim chance, but there is a chance. Like, if he summons out a Dragius by tributing 2 monsters, it's good for us here. Okay, so he's going for the draw. That's already pretty good for him. And it looks like we're against Resonance, which means... why would you go for the draw if you had nothing? That's the worst thing you could do. Brother, you've just lost the game because you're a dumbass. If you'd have just set 3, you'd be in such a fantastic position. But no, now you're just dead. One, 2, 3, 4. I think that's how it will play out because Konami are pushing this and will want as many people to stage 2 as possible, which is why you don't lose points. I mean, yeah, true, Kazumi. Maybe he drew the out. Maybe he tried draw the out. I mean, yeah, but... Alright, so it's a problem that a lot of people do when playing Rush, is they'll summon out, like, Mystic Dealer, and they'll just immediately fire off its effect and be like, oh, but what if I draw into a tribute monster? It's like, no. If you don't draw into a tribute monster, you've just screwed yourself. You need to set it if you don't have something ready to tribute over it. It's like, it's high risk, high reward, right? If he does draw into a big boss monster, fantastic for him. If he doesn't, he's just thrown the game. It's like... I wish I met these players. All I meet are people who have all the cards I don't have. Nothing but whales, no offense. I mean, yeah, I haven't spent any money at all on... In fact, literally, I have spent on on Duel Links in total, over all my time playing it since the very first came out, I have spent, I want to say £2.50 on it. And that was to get the starter deck, Vault Condor. And that was to make videos. So, like, especially for Rush, obviously I've spent, all of the money I've spent on Duel Links has been for Rush. And it's been that, like, £2.50. I mean, this ain't a great hand. Let's not try and sugarcoat this. At least we can empty it, which is something. Unfortunately, Phantom Bind is a bit of a wonky one to have at this stage. Actually, on Duel Links, Rush is new, so you can get a lot gems for it, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? I love both speed and Rush. I always try to have a speed deck that is at least competitive on the go at all the times. But I don't have all the speed decks, right? I don't play all of them because I can't financially keep up with it. I mean, I could if I wanted to pour a load of money in, but I don't want to do that. Like, I know gacha games can get a little bit addicting to some people, and I just like to try and not even start that. Dragonic Slayer is annoying again because I don't have the setup to deal with it. 3 back row is exactly what you want to deal with Dragonic Slayer, but you want that when you actually have other plays you can make. I don't think I can afford to use any of my back row here, because if I use them, Dragonic Slayer gets to pop the last one for free, which is so catastrophically bad. And again, if this is a widespread, I am just boned anyway, because I'm going to have to attack into the Dragonic Slayer. Ironically, we could have used a back row. Right, just don't have a widespread, mate. Just don't have a widespread. Well, there goes our widespread. Of course he drew the widespread, bro. Come on. Like, it's like here. This is why widespread sucks, right? Because I was behind, so the only physical play I had was to kill the Dragonic Slayer. There was nothing else I could do. So I didn't get to play around it. I don't get the luxury. I just automatically lost the game. It feels bad. Actually, Duel Links Rush is new. What, and you decide to get Fluffles? And well, to be fair, that Fluffle deck is half Orcust. And Orcust is still competitively viable. Now, is it the best deck in the room? No. But is it like a nice rogue deck? Yeah, well, Fluffles is a nice rogue deck. I would say Orcust is like a tier 4-ish deck. Like tier 3, tier 4. Only problem is you have to choose speed or rush if you want to be a gems only player. I mean, yeah. I hate Fluffles. I've got my finger over the ban button, Kazumi. It's right there. I'm looking at it. It was made for 3-year-olds to win with. All right, I'm moving the mouse closer to the ban button. I've always really liked Fluffle. I think aesthetically they're very interesting. I think they are really nice to play with. They remind me a little bit of Cyber Dragons, right? They are primarily a going second OTK strategy. I'm always getting banned for my opinions. They hated him because he was right. That is just a reference to a meme. I don't actually know if you're a male or a female. Regardless. Oh god, what have I done? Oh, it's this. Okay, there we go. What's wrong with that? Okay, so we're against another Ancient Forces. Where do we go with this? I guess we just punch over. Unfortunately, we are going to be leaving our precious Arise Dragon out, which does kind of suck because Ancient Arise clears Ancient Arise very easily and we can't protect it. But we always get rid of that and then we attack into this defense monster, which was a 16. There was a chance this was a 1800 attacker, or an 1800 attack, 0 defense, so we always have to go for it. Now again, we're fine right now. It's if he drops an Ancient Arise of his own, that's when we lose. I do a lot better in Duel Links. I'm always legend. I just don't have the patience for Cog. Getting Cog is a matter of grinding, not skill, so I'll pass. I mean, yeah. It's kind of both, right? I guess you'll get there quicker if you're better. But again, if you do have patience, you will get there no matter what, pretty much. Okay, well, we can use one. We can protect one of our guys. Well, protect our guy from one of these attacks. We can't do both. We have to hope that he attacks us with the Dragius first. Is there really a point to you shuffling cards into my deck? Oh, I guess, yeah, Karibot. I was going to say, because Kanan's going there anyway. Right. Dragius into Ancient Arise, please. Come on, do me a solid. Jackass! Alright, well. We have to stop that. Now, I was the same when played it properly. Cog run wasn't worth the effort most of the time. So back when I was playing speed, like, properly, I was always hitting Cog. Just always kind of enjoyed the experience of going for it. Black Dragon Rising. So we will be throwing back... What are we doing? I mean, we have to keep Phantom Bind, right? We just have to. You're not doing anything for me. Guess we're weakening that. We summon, activate the effect. Bring back the boy. We'll set. And now it depends how greedy we want to get with this Black Dragon's chick. I think we are going to get greedy because I think we have to play to win rather than play to not lose. It's a matter of both, but it's all about if you have fun playing or not. No one forces you to rush day one. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? You don't... As long as you're playing a deck that you like. Because, like... So, I used to play a lot of Vanguard Zero back in the day. And I was trying to grind with a deck that was very, like, thought-intensive. And because of that, I hated it. Trying to grind ladder with a deck like that, where you have to constantly be, like, working stuff out and working out, like, what the best way to play is a nightmare. But... Oh, that's just us dead because we didn't set this. That feels bad. Are we dead? No, we're not dead. We're fine. We're chilling. So I always say if people are going to grind a ladder or just grind games out in general, play a brain dead deck. That is the best thing you can do so you don't burn out on it. I always went through stage 1 to qualify for KC Cup. I mean, I only ever went for the KC Cup grind one time, and... Well, actually, I guess I technically did it. I think I did it twice. No, we are so dead here, aren't we? No, we're not. We lose 100, then we lose 12. Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Sound like the KC Cup. It depends. Sometimes it feels impossible. Sometimes it's incredibly easy. Usually hard, though. You can get sacked a lot, unfortunately. Yeah, that's 100%. Playing Vanguard Zero during its run. I wish Duel Links had a better ladder type. Yeah, it would be nice. If we want to out that, we have to use Red Eyes. We don't get a say in that. What's in our graveyard currently? Do we have... We do have a light normal. So we'll activate the skill. We will put you back in. We'll grab out the Red Eyes. We're going to weaken this. We'll then normal summon. Activate the effect. Bring this back. Oh, I should have done that differently, actually. I could have ended with Canaan as well. That would have been way better. But it's too late now. Oh, I should have done that better as well. Actually, no, I had to do it this way either way, right? I think we want to keep the Red Eyes Chick in hand again. Which again is kind of greedy. Now, I don't know if he knew I couldn't attack with the Dragius there, but we'll take it. Bring back Vanguard Zero. Exactly. Bring, especially Vanguard Zero pre-G. Pre-G Vanguard Zero is amazing. Just bring that back. Don't you have lethal anyway? Did I have lethal? Because I couldn't attack with the Dragius. If I didn't use the skill, I could have attacked into his... What was it, a 14? Got an 11 in, crashed into Dragius, and then got on with 14 with Canaan. I mean, I can't remember the exact board state now, so... But I might have had lethal Saccadet, so I couldn't tell you. I like both errors, but G, for the most part, killed even regular Vanguard for me. This is an awkward hand. Again, leaving Ancient Horizon attack sucks. So I could just not. I think we will just do this. I would also really like to keep Black Dragon's Chick in hand. It depends what version he's on, right? No matter what, leaving Ancient Horizon attack mid sucks, because if he's on Ancient Horizon himself, he just Ancient Horizons into my Ancient Horizon, no back row stops him except Widespread. If he's not on that, which it looks like he's not, it looks like he's probably on Resonance. Okay. So yeah, this is also annoying because he gets to pop the back row, so again, Ancient Horizon wouldn't have been protected. As long as he doesn't set a back row. Why isn't he boosting his Dragorite? That's weird. So I could get a Red Eyes to hand, but what does that do? Next to nothing. Question is, do we just want to hold on to the Red Eyes? We probably want to keep the Black Dragon Chick in hand. I'm assuming he misplayed really badly there. Get rid of this pest. We'll pass. I'd say now is harder. We are in OTK meta. Some decks are like rockets that float. Could get to turn 3, but yeah, it's turn 2 OTK meta. I mean, yeah. OTK meta isn't like inherently like a terrible thing. It's just it's a very different game, right? Some people come to TCGs for a lot of interaction. They want like long, like 10 turn-ish games, and then other people. It's like I enjoy jamming some Master Duel, right? Like, who doesn't enjoy a little bit of Master Duel? It's just like, if you were to tell me, if you were to play 100 games of Master Duel or 100 games of Rush Duel, what would you rather do? I'm always going to say Rush. But if you're asking me, oh, do you want to play a couple games of Master Duel? I'm like, yeah, I'll play a couple games of Master Duel. Heck yeah, I'll enjoy that. I won't burn out on it until like 10, 15, 20 games. But then I will be done. How many dragons are in your graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, you know what that means. Yeah, you want my Ancient Arise? You want it? Come and get it. That's why I'm bringing back Trunade. It would be worse. I mean, exactly. Here's Phantom Bind. Look at all these cards. Alright, we're gonna summon out Carrier. We'll use Carrier. Grab back Canaan. We'll set this. Summon out the Dragius. Then we'll drop the Canaan. This keeps us with a really nice hand for next turn. We'll activate Ancient Arise Dragon, because again, that plays around Widespread. So that way we get to keep our juicy Dragius. I give up Master Duel. Too long and not fun. I mean, that's exactly the thing, right? If it's just not for you, it's just straight up not for you. And you should just get out as soon as possible, right? And if you manage to identify that early, especially, like, that's great. Especially because Master Duel, when it first came out, was such a shit meta, right? Master Duel's initial meta was Floodgates out the arse with Eldritch. It was Negate up the arse with bloody Drytron. And those were like just the two most common decks. And it's like, yeah, let's get everyone back into Yu-Gi-Oh! With the new launch of our new game in like the shittest meta of all time. It's like, bruh. I pick playing more in real life than Master Duel. Thank you. I mean, yeah. Playing in real life is always going to be the absolute best way to play, right? It just depends if you have a local scene and people to play with. TCG is much better IRL than online. Yeah, exactly. I guess we just became friends. People want it back. It's unreal. What has my interest in life is in life speed duels that seem a lot of fun. Just need to find a play community. Yeah, speed duels are a lot of fun. It's just sometimes speed duel is like it's too simple, and sometimes it's too fast. It's really weird. Like a lot of the decks are just really not balanced properly, and it ends up being a bit wonky. True. Blue Eyes BLS a bit inconsistent after nerf, but always got OTK. Neoshu Bell very easily OTK unless you somehow play around them. They brick, I don't know what they're doing. Yeah. I don't know. I was having fun in the beginning of Master Duel 2. I mean, don't get me wrong. So was I. I was having a good time, but the meta was shit. Like it's like I think as well. If you're playing one of those decks, you'll also be having a much better time, right? That's just how that goes. Like if you're the one negating everything, or you're the one like setting up all the floodgates, then you're going to be having a great time because you get to do what you want to do. Master with no nightmare, with no ban listed nightmare. Give us Twin Twisters. It's a new format. We don't need more removal. Maybe Tornado Dragon would be good. Mate, I love Tornado Dragon. That was my out to try and deal with Imperial Order back when Master Duel first came out. Well, we can maybe play with this. Activate Dragius, set a back row, go to battle, swing into this. I think we're going to kill this. Then we'll pass. Twin Twisters is strong for Duel Links. I can see it be playable in a lot of decks. What do XE summon? What if Twin Twisters will be limited to 3? I play it in my rank 4 toolbox deck for sure. I was playing appliances. Make negate, have a cost, easy fix. Yeah, but like Drytron was in a situation where it could end the turn on 6 cards, and it was like discard to negate. So it's like, yeah, it costs something, but does it really cost something if you like have 6 negates? I think MST/Cyclone are all we need. Then you get sacked by possible OTK deck. I think Konami knows Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Went too far. That's why Rush Duels was made. It's basically a reset. I think that's exactly it. Did he not have any dragons in graveyard? Did he pop both my back? I just completely missed what happened at the end there. I left my toggle off, didn't I? Is that what I did? I was too busy reading chat. Let's go back and look at the end of that game. I think I had my toggle off and I just left it off. I think that's what just happened. I literally wasn't even paying attention. Sadly, Orcust is very dead now. No, Orcust is great. Let me go back to my replays. I want to watch that again quick. I was reading the chat. Yeah, me too. Let's take a quick gander. I just want to see what happened at the end there. I'm pretty sure I just toggled off. And then lost because of toggle off. But he might have done something else instead. Let's have a quick gander. It wasn't a very long game. He pops the back row, gets in, gets in. Alright. We killed that. So we had 2 back row. He uses Gravity Press to weaken. Tributes 2 for Dragius. Alright, how many monsters did he have in grave? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. So we toggled off. We could have used either our Phantom Bind to weaken this down by 900. He would have died when crashing. And then we possibly kill him on the crackback. Ah, that's a shame. But that's what happens when we're not paying attention. Might see if Invoke Neos works. Free Cyber Dragons! With 3 Keepers, we go back to 6 Neos. I mean, so my pet hate for the current meta in Speed is I just don't like the Neos you build deck. I just think it's just super lame. This is the first month I've gotten both Cog in Duel Links and Master in one. Master 1 and Master Duel. Too much dueling. Nice thing, it's just the right amount of dueling. How do we want to play this? We could set 3 or we could try and set up for next turn. Both seem kind of bad, so we're gonna just set 3. I think it's greedy to not do this. We'll see if he has the Dragonic Slayer turn 1 to pop that. Or it might be on Arise. We'll have to wait and see. Well, time to play 7 Rush Duels and lose fast for gems. I mean, it worked. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I do Sakadetsu sometimes. They should free Cocytus or at least put it limit 1 gel instead of the Shadow Realm. Please no Cocytus on ban. Bring it back, it's great. Full power invoke, let's go. Okay, he attributed one of these cards and I was not paying attention to which one. I mean, we always just go for it, right? There's no world in which we don't balls to the walls, full engage. Why do we mill 2 legends? 1, 2, 3. So we could have got an extra 1100 damage in. We'll see if it ends up mattering. There's so much in the game that can outcook Itis, and we have those degenerate Lunalight monsters which have similar effects. Okay, so let's hear it. Cookitis reasons why it could come back and why not. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This gonna be good. The best reason I don't like Invoked. Mate, I love Invoked. I'm that guy. Hi, Serena-chan. Invoked is one of my favourite archetypes. I like Witchcrafters too. I like your honesty. We all have decks we don't like. Yeah, like Kazumi hates Fluffles because horrible person. Has no heart. How can you hate the Fluffles? They're so cute. You don't need to win too much in the GC Festival, just about 7 to 10 times in total, depending on how much you bring out your boss monster and just do the 6 characters daily, and that's it. Yeah. Master is absolutely right. That's assuming... I assume we're going to get the 6 characters spawn every single day, right? We don't, like, 100% know that, I don't think. But I think it's, like, all but confirmed. Alright, this might be Aqua Aggro, which is a very tough deck for us to deal with. Especially when we're seeing Dragius early. Dragius is really bad into Aqua Aggro. I don't like DDD. I love DDD. DDD salad? You don't like salads? I thought salads was one of those decks that was kind of universally liked. Everyone loves salads. Alright, I think we do go for the Tribute Summon of Dragius here. Question is going to be, do we go any further than this? We'll activate Dragius effect. We'll flip this up. We'll set this. And we'll set a back row. I think this is as far as we want to go. We'll try with this. Right, no delay. So he is playing... So this guy's literally just net decked Zagaza. Zaga. Playing the exact same build. I can't stand DDD either. What do you mean, DDD best deck? I like some salads who don't love crisp lettuce, onions, and tomatoes. Yeah, I hate tomatoes personally. When I see salad player go, I go make some burgers and juice because turn 1 is going to be a while. DDD is fun when you can use in other decks. What, like an engine? Is salad equals Salamangreat? Yes. That is the pet name for the deck. He has no dragons in grave, so I can't weaken his Dragius. I mean, we can perfectly play around this anyway. I think we always do the same play no matter what here. I kind of want to maintain the Seahorse Carrier, to be honest. So we'll tribute these. We'll then summon out Kanan. There's no reason to use Dragius effect, so we'll swing with this. This plays around everything except Widespread. That's kind of fine, because we'll happily crash and then get rid of his guy. And we can still get him for 14. Like to know how you go from Salaman to Salad. Exactly. It's the Salah. By the way, the Minimox might contain DDD support, maybe Phantom Knights 2, Arc V support, basically. I mean, who doesn't have a bit of Arc V, right? I realise it with the new Arc V event late December, but maybe it's Copium. Well, we do know we're getting an Arc V event, so it would make sense to go along with it. Don't weaken my guy, jerk. Don't have another Dragius. Oh, okay, that's kind of fine. Wait, how many Aquas have you got? One. Well, that's a shame. Now I have to draw an out. There's an out. So we'll set. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. I mean, I guess we're just crashing again, right? I'm kind of fine to crash for now. The only annoyance is if he gets out his own Dragius. That would suck. Because he gets to just smack us around, clear our whole board, and do a crap ton of damage to us. Hopefully the new mini box has Fluffle support. Exactly. We need Penguin. We need Penguin. We need Scythe. We need Cruel Whale. We need stuff to do turn 1. The link isn't in the game yet. I will keep my opinions to that myself. What is missing for Fluffles? Imagine Rusty in the game. I believe we're getting Lyrilusk and Raid Raptor support. That would make sense. I didn't even know they had a link. Oh, of course he drew the bloody Dragius. We're not dead, right? 11, 11, 14. Yeah, I think we just have to take this. Alright, we just need an Ancient Arise, please. And this does do it. This is lethal. This is lethal, we've won! We summon. We summon out the Dragius. Then we'll summon out Black Dragon's Chick. Activate the effect. Summon out the Red Eyes. Set a back row. Activate Multi-Strike Dragon Dragius. Go to battle. Swing in. Swing in. And then swing in. That's all she wrote. Kraken. Yes, we'd like to have Kraken. So much stuff. I don't play Fluffles, but sure, give them support. PK, yeah. Fluffles has the issue where they don't have anything to do turn 1. So that's why, like, for example, I was playing Orcus Fluffles, because that gives me something to do on turn 1. You don't want to just, like, set pass. That's kind of shit. The only Salamangreat I want is the Link one that uses less than 1,000 attack monster. I mean, we can get Penguin support, like Synchro Monster. Well, yeah, I mean, so a lot of the Penguin cards work with Fluffle Penguin, which is quite nice. Like there's a continuous spell that lets you add a Penguin card for your deck to your hand that just works with Fluffle Penguin because it has Penguin in its name. I forgot the name, but it's great in Invoke decks. The wrong Penguin, not Fluffle Penguin. No, all Penguins. Oh, I think we just qualified for the next stage. We weren't even really paying attention. Yeah, we did it, guys. Dual level max. We've done it. Yeah, we did it with our stupid Red Eyes deck. I would recommend nobody play this deck. There are better things you could be doing, like play Ancient Arise. But we did it with Red Eyes, and that's what matters. Almirage. That's the one. There's also Paleolink. Almirage is like generic though, right? I don't know if you'd have to attach it to a skill to make sure that everyone else isn't using it. I suppose it's kind of tight for space, and maybe they won't. Surprise Fluffle players don't run Kite or White Princess. I don't know if you have Limit 2, so I could be wrong. Fluffle, it's a very tight list. Even in TCG, people tend to play like 44 card decks, and they can't run like any non-engine. It's really tough to stick it all in. Penguin's Brave, Penguin Ninja, and other cards, please. Yes, bring out the whole Penguins. How many times did you actually use the skill? We used it a decent amount. The thing is, the skill is not... It doesn't play well with Arise and Multi-Strike, and a lot of the time we didn't need to use it. But we did use the skill a decent amount to bring Red Eyes back to hand, or to get it to hand, or to get it you know, from graveyard to hand or deck to hand, just to be able to have a way to out stuff. And also, it's really nice to be able to have it as well as your other monsters. So I could summon out a Dragius, but then if my opponent's got like a Dragius out, for example, I could use the skill summon out Red Eyes Black Dragon and then attack into it. And then if my opponent has the barrier, he takes out the Red Eyes instead of our Multi-Strike Dragon Dragius. Thanks for the follow, Abdes. Hey guys, look, it's grand. Let's see if we can... Let's give a shout out to Grand Harrier. He did give us a big old raid today. Such a great guy. Grinding out the ladder today as well as hosting the Rush tournaments every Sunday and other tournaments sprinkled throughout the week. I assume you run your other tournaments at specific days, but I haven't really been paying too much attention to speed. Like, I like watching the events and seeing what's doing well and just getting angry every time I see a Yubel deck. Now the question is, I think we're probably going to call it there. We usually play same day / time. Yeah, I assumed they would be. Assumed that they would be. But I think, yeah, there is going to be it for us. So now the question is, who are we going to go and raid? There isn't really many people streaming right now. I certainly don't know any of these people. So I guess we could jump into this guy's stream. But yeah, thank you all so much for sticking around, for watching the games. We had a great time. And we'll be back again on... when? What day is it today? It's Thursday today. So we're back on Tuesday with another stream. We'll probably be... I don't know if we'll be doing more Goha Rush Festival. Maybe on a second account. We'll be trying out some more stuff, seeing what we can make stick, and just having a ball over time. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.